All right, guys, welcome to the fourth episode of Reroll Podcast. Podcast by gamers for gamers. I think I just messed that up, but let's just keep going. I'm your host Victor Logan, joined here with Miles, McDareth, Clark.
Hey everyone.
You got Michael over there.
I am me what name?
Last but not least, you got the kid that sings all the time, Christopher Federici.
Yo.
It's Deviarts, also known as the kid now.
All right, Miles. Way to just ruin the ebb and flow. Ebb and flow. All right. Anyway.
Okay.
So, all right, it's the week. I guess it's been a while since we did another podcast. What, 2 weeks? And we're gonna try to stop doing that because it kind of sucks to bring out the podcast once like a month. So we're gonna really try to get it every Monday, no matter what. No matter what happens, someone passes away, it's snowing, we're still getting the podcast out.
God.
All right?
But we do have a good excuse. We're on
What?
iTunes.
Oh yeah,
We're now on
That's right.
iTunes and on Stitcher.
yeah. So now even Speedwagon can listen to it. But anyway, all right. So guys, I guess I'll start with Chris. Chris, what did you do past week?
Well, my past few weeks have been mainly dealt with coming home from summer classes and school. Finally got done with that, thank God. So I haven't had too much time for video games in general or entertainment. But in the past few days, though, it's increased exponentially.
Really?
I
You have a
guess it
flowchart for
was.
that. You have it graphed out? Because I want to
Yeah,
know about
I'll
the
be able to-
potential.
I went to New York, I believe, 3 days ago now.
Nintendo World. Jesus
And
Christ.
I went to Nintendo World in New York, and if you've never been there, that place is truly magical. Oh my goodness! I sent pictures to a couple of you when I was there. I don't know if you guys have been there before,
Nope.
but it's basically just a store
I got no.
that solely sells Nintendo products, and everyone's happy, and like there's Mario everywhere, and they sell all the games for cheaper. Like you buy a game there for like $40 instead of 60, and like the 3DS games were like $25. It was amazing, and so while I was there, I picked up a few things. I picked up Yoshi's New Island, which is a little old now, but that's a 3DS game because I'm a big Yoshi fan. I picked up Pikmin 3, also a little bit dated, but for having a Wii U, I finally got that. And then, last but not least, Mario Kart 8, which
Let me cut you off real quick.
Let me cut
Wait,
you off.
so you got Mario Kart and Pikmin? You know
Yes.
that when you get Mario Kart, you get Pikmin for free, right?
Yeah, my free game was Wind Waker HD.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I
Ah.
figured. He
Alright,
probably
okay,
picked
okay.
Maker.
Good,
yeah.
good choice.
And-
Oh,
You know how I am.
Good
I like
choice.
having the physical copies.
oh yeah, true. So
Yeah, no, but a guy came up to me in the store. Was like, "Oh, it looks like you're buying both of them. Do you want to change that?" I was like, "No." But
Shot him down. Nintendo store. Everyone just stopped there like, is someone not happy?
what happened? No, that place is seriously like Wonderland, though. Everyone is like, the place is amazing. So before I go into the games, I bought one other cool thing. So as you guys know, and I don't know if our viewers are aware, that Nintendo started off as a card company. They're like this little actual game company,
Mhm.
and they sell at the Nintendo store a replica set of their first card deck that they have, and it's for some Japanese game that I'm unaware of, and all the instructions are in Japanese, so I don't know how to play it either. But it's really cool. It's only $14. It's like a little piece of history. It's really cool to actually have the first thing they started off with. So if anyone goes there, I advise buying that as a collector. It's really cool. Now the games. Oh man. Okay.
so wait.
Yeah, Victor and Miles, I know you guys have also bought Mario Kart 8. Michael, do you even have a Wii U?
No.
Michael.
Michael's on that PS4 bandwagon. How's that going after E3, by the way?
This is a brilliant world, guys.
Oh, yeah.
You should see that DLC for Infamous coming out. God.
You get to play as that girl, right? Fetch.
Yeah, you get to play as the girl. Yeah.
You get to use
Oh.
the neon powers. I can't wait to use the.
Yeah,
Oh,
and you get to only use them.
Mm.
That's it. Isn't that great, guys? Weren't the neon powers the best?
Womp womp.
I like
So,
there.
but Mario Kart,
FYI, I did not like the neon powers at all.
subtle. Um, But I don't know what you guys thought of it. Victor, I know you've definitely played it. You put up some videos on YouTube.
Oh yeah, like people staring at each other. Like remember that Mario versus Luigi video?
Yeah, yeah, it's
Just
great.
tired of Mario shit.
Oh, but that game is amazing. I was so impressed because Mario Kart Wii was a little lackluster,
Yeah.
but Wii U is awesome. Oh man, I was so impressed, and it's so much fun. Victor, you and I were talking a little bit about it earlier. How the character selection's a little wonky.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really like the character. I mean, like you know, you got your main Mario characters, so they're pretty cool. But I
Yeah,
wasn't too fond of all the Koopa Links. But you know, beggars can't be
yeah.
choosers. I guess.
So there's a couple things to notice in that character selection. If you guys have played the N64 game, Diddy Kong Racers, which was another racing game. If you notice in Mario Kart Wii U, there's no Diddy Kong. And he's been in every previous game. And I looked up a bunch of stuff online for a bunch of, theories or whatnot, and some theories are going around that that's a reason leading to a potential Diddy Kong Racers sequel, which would be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be
Which
pretty.
would be really. So I thought that was interesting because he's been in all the previous games except for this one. So, and then they added all these other bizarre characters.
Something also, I could see them just taking out for the Koopa Links. Like, I think the reason they did the Koopa Links because like the new Super Mario Bros. Series, they're major characters in that. They're like always there, and like it's sad because Bowser Jr. is kind of like not there anymore. Although Nabbit wears his mask, so
he's in a better place now.
Oh my god.
The reason I thought is because the way you unlock car parts and stuff are through coins you collect, but the way you unlock the Koopalings are through beating the cups. So I think in a way it's kind of like a level thing, kind of like in the Mario Land, how like they're the final boss and all of the little stages are the Koopalings. So it's kind of like you beat a level and you get another Koopaling, kind of like you beat it. I think that's the idea. I wish they would have played on it more if that was it, but I don't know. It's new and different characters. I'm a little upset that they got rid of Dry Bones, who's my personal favorite.
Oh yeah, he's the man.
He was in the last one. And then in Mario Kart 7, there was also the Worm.
I miss Rob from Mario Kart DS.
Oh, I completely forgot about that.
I'm actually on that Toad hype train.
Ooh,
Toad's the best character in Mario. Let me tell you.
Dude, second only to Yoshi.
Yo,
there's
right there.
There's a cool card I saw that they had it's a bike that's basically Yoshi. So if you play as Mario, it's like Mario riding Yoshi.
Yeah, it's all that. It looks kind of cool. Then you have Yoshi riding Yoshi, and it's like, well.
And
You know what? Speaking of Nintendo, I kind of want to talk about this real quick. Remember when I called you the other day, and I told you about when I was talking to my coworker or whatever, because he's.
Yeah.
And I literally, when I asked him, he was like, yeah, I play a lot of video games. I was like, do you play sports games and Call of Duty? He's like, yeah, I love those games. I was like, I know what kind of person you are. And I was like, yeah, I got a Wii U. He was like, a Wii U? What's the point of that? It's just a Wii with a tablet. I was like,
you don't even.
I was like, you don't even know.
You're one of them.
Like he's one of the people, and it was just crazy because like back then I never really thought that people actually were like, oh, the Wii U is just a Wii with a tablet, and I was like, but it's better. It can do way more if you use it. You can know what the graphics. I don't know. I just got real pissed off about that.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you because the console's so good. As from what I've played so far, it's amazing, and I can't wait for more.
And like he was like, and the Wii was stupid. I was like, what if I told you the Wii was the best-selling console of all time? He was like, what?
Including having a couple of the best-selling games ever in multiple genres.
Yeah, the best-selling fighting game of all time.
Fighting, racing, and game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much except for shooting, they kind of had it covered.
Yeah.
I don't know that Red Steel was doing.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I love the pistol fights though in Red Steel. Remember that, Miles?
Yeah. We used to just do like 3 players. I didn't have 4 Wii remotes.
Yeah.
Play like Red Steel battles.
You remember when like they had different missions or whatever, and the lady would speak to you through like the microphone or whatever?
Yeah.
Not the microphone though, whatever it's called. Yeah, it was pretty awesome. Yeah.
Okay, so I actually own Red Steel, but I never played it. I'll have to do that.
It's worth at least a play.
Red Steel, the game that I thought was the name of the console.
What?
The first time I saw it in a magazine, I was like, Red Steel. I was like, that's a great name for a console. And I kept reading. I was like, wait, this isn't the console.
Red Steel.
I mean, it sounds like a great name, right?
It's the Revolution, but it became the Wii instead.
I was going to ask a question about that.
No, Revolution.
All right, Victor. Transition.
Transition to what? Oh, Michael, go. How was your week?
Oh, my week. My week was awesome.
Done. Miles, how was your week?
Oh, what?
All right, go ahead, Michael.
Okay. All right. My week, which is actually 2 weeks, has been great. Literally right after the last podcast, I went and I bought Oblivion again for the third time from the Steam Summer Sale. Yeah. Level 15 in that already. Yeah.
Okay. Are you doing backflips yet?
Huh?
Are you doing backflips yet?
Not yet. But my acrobatics is at like 60. So.
Acrobatics was my favorite. I'm so sad they took that away.
I honestly hated that so much.
It's one of my favorites. You get to jump on water. Oh,
I like the idea of it, but I dislike that all you end up doing is just jumping everywhere. It looks it's just kind of silly.
I think they could have implemented it better. It should have did something with that in Skyrim, because if you play as like an elf type character, you want to be able to jump around higher than everyone else can and do flips.
You could jump on water. It was like my favorite thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't even practical.
If you leveled it by like doing something other than just jumping, it would probably been better.
So mad.
Yeah, literally the best way though the best thing for that was to just like, if practical, the best thing that skill could give you is to be able to jump up onto a wall where people can't get to you, and just shoot them with arrows or magic or whatever.
That's the spirit.
However, because it's a game, my favorite thing to do was to actually, because before I played it on the Xbox, where you can't cheat, is to jump out of the game world and cheat. Because you can go into the towns, climb up onto rooftops, and then jump over the wall. Because
yeah.
And nothing beats the Oblivion cards. Oh my god, they were so animated.
Stop! You violated
right
the
there. Stop
law.
right there.
Record a fine, resist arrest.
Speaking of jumping over walls, Michael, that reminds me of Elder Scrolls Online beta when we did that. And then I ended up getting stuck in like a pit. I couldn't get out.
We were going into what is it, the Argonian area before it was open, and that was great. Yeah.
Because it was funny because like when you were playing, there was a bridge and there was an invisible wall before the bridge. I'm like, Mike, we can't go this way. There's a wall. Mike's like, oh wait, we jump off the bridge, walk under it, and walk up. There's no wall. Walking
there's like a lower area underneath the bridge because it's a bridge, and then there's a ramp going down, and there's a ramp going up the other side. And you can just go up that way, and you're through.
Oh my god. People like to make Todd Howard cry. I swear.
It's like the fun part about Bethesda games, though. It's like the bugs are like part of it.
Yeah. Like when Skyrim came out and you died, depending on how hard you died, you would fly.
I love it.
So if you attack one of those giant people, whatever they're called, they would fly to the moon.
What in Skyrim, like one of my favorite things to do every time that you kill a dragon, I'm not sure why, but for some reason they never program their bones to have weight. So you can hit their bones with anything, and like I would just throw like a regular fireball at the bones, and the entire skeleton would just fly.
Just launch.
It would fly away.
Do that.
I literally sent it like with one fireball. I could send it like out of render distance. Because it would just hit it and it would just carry it out.
I never knew that. That's
awesome. I remember the bug where you can put a pot or a book on NPC's head and just steal everything that they're building.
And they like actually wouldn't see you. I mean,
that actually makes sense if you think about it, though.
It does. It's just kind of silly.
What doesn't make sense is the fact that there's a pot on their head.
Yeah. You're like, oh, what happened?
Yeah. So other things I've been doing this week. I've been getting some more into this one great anime. It's a little dark.
The Legend of Korra.
Yes. How did you know? But no. It's I'm not gonna bother you with the full name because Miles, I think that if
you should take a stab at it.
One more time.
Take a stab.
All right.
One more
So I've been watching this.
Audience.
I've been watching this one little anime called Watashi ga Motenai no wa do Kange Temo Omera ga Warui.
That's amazing.
However, if you just want to like find it without like rewatching this like the last 5 seconds multiple times to be like, what did he just say? Just look for Wadamote. And but it's about girl in high school with severe social anxiety, like it's dark, and the manga is great. The anime is also great. I like the anime a little bit more, but that's just me. But that's not really gaming, but that's still
Yeah, it's still more culture.
Still important stuff.
Exactly.
We spent half of last episode talking about Korra, so it's fine.
Okay, don't let them
that's true.
Korra's the best.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, but Wadamote, it's best watched like if you can relate to the character, like if you have,
definitely.
like if you've had some sort of like social issue before, it's the best.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
Yes, it is. Welcome to Wadamote.
Well, because it takes your intrusive thoughts like oh crap, this could have happened, and like it actually happens to her.
Yeah.
And it's 10 times worse. So it's like your life isn't that bad. Look at this girl. So it makes you feel better, if anything.
It's just like a show of pity.
Yeah.
It really is. It's really.
Like she doesn't understand how to be cool, so she tries to mimic like animes and mangas sometimes. So like in animes, characters like they eat a lot. So she was like, I'll just eat a lot of food all day long. So she just starts bringing food to class and she's just eating. And everyone's like, do we smell like pork in the middle of history class? And she's over there shoveling pork into her mouth because she wants to be like a funny anime character.
And there was another time where she's like, I'll be the strong silent type. I'll just be like, I won't have any emotions and I'll just be quiet. And then she goes through like a week of not talking and not having any emotions. And she's just like, you know what? I remember now in anime and manga and stuff like that, that's great when there's someone who's paying attention to that person.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're just silent sitting in a room.
That does seem a bit of a problem.
That's pretty funny, actually.
It's funny, but like parts like that are funny, but like there are serious parts like Victor, you remember the thing with the cousin, right?
That is which one? There's more. Oh, with the boyfriend?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that was so bad.
Is this a well-known anime?
It may be in Japan, but not over here.
Yeah,
is it a well-known manga?
It's not mainstream, but it's it was actually really pushed by 4chan and 2chan. 2chans.
Mm-hmm. It's not like you're watching Kill la Kill or Attack on Titan or something. It's not that big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's not very long. I think that they only have like 70 or so like chapters out of the manga, and like the anime is only 12. 12 episodes. But but I mean it's good. Good commentary, good actual storyline. I hope it goes good.
Yeah. All right. So this time I'm not going last. Miles, you're going last. I'm going now. Okay. So I guess we're talking about anime and manga. I started JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and let me tell you that manga / anime is fantastic.
Is it a bizarre adventure?
It's very bizarre. Like it's pretty funny. It's like what they think English people are too. So like randomly the characters will speak English, and I'm like, that's not how you do it.
I think that's important to note that to those who don't know, it's set in England, I believe, right?
Yeah, it's set in England.
Oh, really?
Okay, yeah.
Well, it's an anime, and the characters are English, and it's funny because they're like, one character one time they're like, yo, you know Kung Fu? He's like, what's Kung Fu? I'm like, how? English people aren't dumb. Just because.
What's Kung Fu? Oh my
goodness. And it's pretty good. It's like it has certain moments where it's not supposed to be funny, but it's actually kind of funny. Like moments where they speak English or whatever, or certain parts. There's this character named Dio, and he's just like always saying dumb stuff, but he's really smart, and he has a bunch of catchphrases. I don't know. It's worth a watch. I think you should pick it up one day. I don't want to spoil anything funny because you gotta discover that on your own time. Also, EA keeps thanking me for playing Battlefield Hardline. Oh my God. I get an email once every 2 days. They're like, thanks for playing Battlefield Hardline. You can pre-order here. I'm like, I don't want the game. And I don't know, Michael. Have you been getting any emails from EA or no? Because I only played for 5 minutes.
I haven't checked my emails in a while. Hold on, I'll take a look live right now. I'm gonna take a look at my email.
Oh. All right, guys. You guys can commentate on live stream if you're not watching live, then I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, guys, but this is happening live. You are missing out on me checking my. I'm not even checking it live on the stream. I'm just checking it and narrating.
While you
over it.
do that, I'm gonna
Oh
start.
my God. No, I'm gonna keep going.
I only got one thank you for it.
I got like 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty funny.
But I guess along with more EA stuff, we Michael and I actually picked up Secret World the other day, and yeah, the MMO. It's pretty good actually. Like Michael and I were talking, we're like, it's a strong 7. It's a really strong 7.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is this?
All right, so
is this like the post-apocalyptic thing?
No, it's not post-apocalyptic.
No.
It's an MMO that takes modern day lore, and you go through quest lines with modern day lore. So right now we're in the South fighting zombies, and then next we can go to like.
Actually, we're not in the South. We're in New England area.
It just seems like the South.
The area that we're at is Lovecraftian, so.
I said that
so
because
it's all Boston and stuff.
Because the first
okay, this is what I thought. Okay, I guess I just assumed it was post-apocalyptic.
It's like if you're not doing the things, it will be post-apocalyptic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you're sort of preventative measures, you know.
What makes it different from every other MMO on the market?
All right, so
Secret World.
The secret. So the setting is like it's modern day. So your character is just like a guy, and he's just in his living room. And he's like, "Whoa, wait a minute! I have superpowers now."
This is literally the intro.
This Asian guy's like, "Yo, you could fuck shit up. Come over here and join the Illuminati." So you walk to the warehouse.
The Illuminati.
literally, like you make your character, you get powers, you train your powers. This is like a 1-minute cutscene, and then all of a sudden the next cutscene goes on, and you open up your door, and a guy's just leaning on the corner there. Super cheesy, just straight up.
Yeah.
Just terrible New York stereotype.
Yeah.
And he's just like, hey.
Yeah, he's
join the guys.
It's pretty funny because like you walk through this warehouse, and then, no, actually the first time you go, let me tell you, you go through these tunnels with like fingers pointing to like where you're supposed to go. You walk for like 2 minutes, and then the Illuminati is like, "Hey, you were supposed to find this."
What?
Yeah, it's the dumbest. But you can't have it too complicated in an MMO because like it's the hub world, so you have to do it. It's just funny thinking like the Illuminati is like one step away from you, you know.
What a bizarre thing.
Yeah.
Although, granted, if that were real life, how would we know the difference?
So I ask you both a question.
I have an answer.
This is the thing I want to do whenever I play an MMO from now on. So, like, after giving it a rating for what you played so far, would you pay $15 a month for it?
No.
Well, that was easy.
Because I'm wondering, like, because that's the idea. It's like, why does MMO not do so well? Well,
but if it was a one-time. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, if it was free, like Guild Wars, you can sit down and play it even if you don't like it. Well, just pay for the box.
That's what Secret World is free too. Oh, not free,
but now. But like when it came out, it was a subscription.
That's why I didn't get it when it first came out, and I was like, no. But because it needs more polish to be able to $15 a month. If it had a lot of polish, it could be there, but it's just not there yet.
Yeah. And I also feel that's a little too slow for $15 a month. I have a feeling that I would end up wasting a lot of money because I would just, at some point, just like, because leveling doesn't take long, but there's a lot of levels, so it takes long.
Yeah, because it's not really like, because you don't you don't have levels, you have AP and SP, and SP are
points,
like
skill points.
Yeah, and skill points are kind of like levels, because that's how you like level up your health and everything, and then ability points lets you get new abilities in certain trees or whatever. Yeah. It's different because the problem is you can't tell if you're not supposed to fight an enemy. So Michael and I walked in this one zone, and we started attacking a dude, and his health didn't drop. So we start backing up. He hits Michael once or twice, and Michael's just dead.
Yeah.
And the guy looks at me. He like glares me, and my character just fell over and died. So, yeah,
interesting.
That's the problem with the game.
And it was funny, like one doorway behind, like. We were in this like little tunnel area, and there was a guy. We killed him, and then we went through, and there was that guy that Victor just talked about, and he wrecked us. Like it's literally like they're just like 30 feet away from each other. They're just down the hallway, and one will kill you, and the other one will be killed.
Is the combat style like a typical MMO?
No, I don't think
Really?
so. There's no auto attack. There's I guess Michael, you can explain this better than I can.
Yeah, there's no auto attack. You do have like basic attacks. However, like each weapon category has a different basic attack, like melee ranged, obviously. But each of your basic attacks build up what's called combo points, and some things will give you more, some things will give you less, and some weapons can even have different amounts. But the combo points are spent on like your real core abilities. Like some abilities might use only like 2 or 3 combo points, while others will use all of them that you have available.
Huh. Well, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's different. It's not the same thing. It's not like it's not a WoW clone by any means. I don't think it's a WoW clone.
Yeah. One thing I do like is that you equip 2 weapons at the same time, and that's what really builds everything. Because like I have one of my abilities is chaos magic, but it's all of those abilities are melee. But I also have some points in blood magic, which has ranged abilities. So my combo builder is ranged, so that way I can just start a combat from far away.
Mm-hmm.
But then when the enemy gets in close, I can use all my chaos, like combo point using abilities to like deal damage.
Yeah.
It's like say you're playing WoW or whatever, and like you can use any ability from the hunter tree or like the mage tree and put them together, and make your own like your own keybinds or whatever. It's pretty cool.
It just sounds like a bunch of macros.
Well, you only get 7 abilities.
Yeah, it's only 7 abilities. That way, that's how it's balanced. So you gotta like really
Guild
pick
Wars
your
style.
Yeah.
And you also only get 7 passives as
Passives.
well.
Mm-hmm.
And they really affect the things. They really affect stuff.
Yeah. But I guess next up on the docket or whatever, I've been starting to read this book called What You Can Do with Video Games, and it's by a guy named Ian Bogos or whatever. And the book's pretty cool. It's talking about how technology can help society or make us dumb, or like how it's working on us, and what video games can do as a medium. I didn't finish it yet, but I read the intro the other day, and he talked about technology in the intro, and there was a question that was brought up: has technology made us dumber or smarter? And he says it can make you either or. It depends on what kind of person you are. So if you're a dumb person, you can just go do dumb stuff. If you're a smart person, you can do better. I don't know. What do you guys think about technology and like how it affected you and everything?
I think that's really interesting because like I think about it as like more of just general technology. When you think about all the things we can do now that you can't do it before, that's just like easier. Like
I don't know,
like
the wheel,
refrigerator, like a wheel. I mean, I'm thinking more like more advanced technology than just a wheel, but like thinking of like having a fridge and like the thought of like you don't have to put like preservatives in your food now. You can just put it in the refrigerator. Like,
I don't want to say you're wrong. Easy. You're right, but he's talking more about like computers and like video games.
Well,
okay, that's where I
like things
always...
that directly affect your life.
Yeah,
that's
not like
wrong.
technology. I don't want to.
Yeah.
People always say the large category that is technology, and like, oh, has technology worsened us? It's like,
no, not at all.
Has the wheel helped anyone? It's like, no. I always hate that broad term. Yeah. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But in that case, like,
let's specifically internet. Let's say the internet and video games.
Oh God. Well, the internet. I'll say the internet is one of the greatest things ever created by man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's such a medium for free speech that it's ridiculous, right? I mean,
my God.
I mean, the internet's absolutely great,
the only thing I dislike is the amount of animosity that's there. I mean, of course I like it, but at the same time, when you like want to hold a conversation with someone over the internet, like maybe this is me being a raider and interacting with people a lot. People online are gonna be just like the biggest assholes you've ever met and just be ridiculously like my past guild. They were just like say stuff just to get you upset, just for the fact of it. You do something else with them, they're nice, pretty nice people, and it's just like I don't understand that, and it's just not.
The saying goes, if you give a person a mask, you'll see who they really are, which is just like the internet, right?
Oh my
God. You don't know who this. Yeah, no, you don't know who these people are, and it doesn't. And now they'll act like however they want, which is the internet.
So
things like that exist.
Just because you said that quote, I thought of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. CEO doesn't really become evil. He was evil before the mask, but like no one really knew he was super evil till he put on the mask. And he put on this mask, and they were like, "You're evil now." And then Speedwagon was afraid, Michael. That's when Speedwagon was scared. But anyway, yeah, no. All right, go ahead, Chris.
Well, no, I mean, I was just gonna say, I mean, the internet's totally different, but for video games and electronics, I mean, that's a whole nother world. Video games are also much more controversial. I don't know. The way I see a video game personally is I see a video game in the same way that like literature was treated, say, I don't know, 60 more than that years ago.
I always say, yeah.
And
Yeah,
even
when
movies,
books were
too.
yeah, exactly.
Comic books as well.
When
Yeah,
these were first a thing,
Every new form of media
a new
gets
form
harassed by old forms of media
a new
because
form
it's
of
competition.
yeah, to me, it's a new form of telling a story, a new form of getting a message across. And like books, people are like, stop putting that book away. You're wasting your time. You're just reading. Go do something else. And now it's like you're just playing a video game. Go do something else. But to me, I like video games because of stories, right? I like video games because I'm learning a lesson. And of course, just like there are really shitty books, there are really shitty video games, and there are mindless books where you don't learn anything, and there are also mindless games that have nothing in them.
Oh my God. I hope you're not talking about the Hardy Boys.
But that doesn't make them any worse.
True,
you know?
true, yeah. They're just different, and so you can't just throw everything. I don't know. You can't just, let's say, judge a video game by Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Just like you can't judge books by like pornography. You know, I mean, these are not the same categories.
Yeah.
Do you remember towards the end of Red Dead Redemption or whatever, John Marston, the main character, is trying to see his kid and hang out with his kid again. And his kid's reading books, and John Marston's like, "God dang it, what are you doing? Stop reading that book!" And he's just like, "What are you doing? You're wasting your time." And the kid's like, "It's the new thing. We read books now." And it was just pretty cool to actually see that, Rockstar paid attention and stuff. But it's pretty cool. We learned a history lesson because of Red Dead Redemption. I didn't know it was like that until I played that game. You know?
Yeah, no, I mean, you learn so much. It's just like, look at any fantasy novel, like I don't know, like Tolkien or something. Then compare that to the Elder Scrolls, right? It's a whole nother universe, and you're being told a story if you pay attention. You know, I don't know. To me, I see video games in that light. I see video games as another means of creating a story, creating a world, creating a message.
And bringing people into it, which is the important part, which is what video games do that most other media doesn't, is bring people actually into the world.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and that's probably the biggest difference.
Makes worlds interactable and changeable.
Real.
And yeah, well, think about it. It's one thing to read in a book about how one character's actions did this. However, it's another one to say, I went into this world and I blew up Megaton.
Oh my gosh.
Thousands, about 100 people just gone in an instant.
You were like,
that
thousands. I was like, there's 20 people there.
Okay, so
it was me.
there were Brahmin. There was a robot in there. that one guy with the cowboy hat.
Oh, he ate it.
If you didn't know that was there in his house, there was a trophy that you're supposed to collect. I didn't collect it. I blew it up.
Neither did I.
But still, it's a changeable world. You go and you change the world. You interact with the world. You're the hero, or you're not, or you're playing Papers, Please, and you're seeing how it's like in a sort of you know.
With that being said, though, in no way do I think video games are superior to other forms, right? Because I still think that reading is still. I mean, there's something to be said about creating a story within your mind. So I don't see it as better. I'd see it as another form, right? It's just another form of art and media.
I guess before we move on to Miles, I want to just read off the list of things he said that video games can do real quick. It'll take 10 seconds, and then we'll move on to Miles this week. All right, so he says video games are art. Video games can cause empathy, reverence, music. They can be pranks. They can be transit. They can be branding, electioneering, promotion, snapshots, texture, quiche. I don't think I'm pronouncing that wrong. I know what the word means, but I forget how to pronounce it. KITSCH. Anyway. Keach, there we go. All right, relaxation, always.
Kitchen?
Hold on.
Titillation. I like that one. Exercise, work, habituation, disinterest, and drill. Which most of them I believe. I'm gonna finish reading the book and I'll come back to you guys and we can discuss it more.
I'm gonna take that for a second. The music one is bizarre because if you just think of the stupid Mario theme song, right? Think how much of freaking world impact that has had. Everyone knows it.
When the guy who was actually writing that song, he locked himself in his whatever apartment, whatever he lived, and he played it over and over. He was like, if I get annoyed by this song, that means it's not good enough. So he kept making music and until he wasn't annoyed by it.
Really? Is that how that happened?
Because he knew that you're going to hear the song over and over for a long time. So he was like, I gotta make this good.
The interesting thing about video game music is that at least I think you guys may think different, is that why older video game music tends to stick with us more is simply because they had less to work with, right? You couldn't fit an orchestra on one of those NES like cartridges. It was just too much sound file, so you had to use the stupid little bit like noises, and with that, since they had less to work with, what they had to make really good. So that's why they had these really good simple melodies rather than in modern games. Well, you still have fantastic music, but it's this elaborate orchestra with all this stuff going on, and it's harder. It's a tougher melody to carry instead of just a very simple thing.
I feel like more of it is you hear the songs from older games a lot more because
definitely.
A lot of those games, like you have like the original Mario Bros. There's no like continue. There's no save. You have to restart. So you hear that World 1 theme again, like Sonic. You have to restart. So you hear it a lot of times. While now, like certain tracks you only hear on like certain stages or when certain things happen. So you don't.
Yeah, you definitely heard it more.
So Miles, if you notice in Persona, there's one song. I think it's Persona My True Self, or not. Maybe not. I can't remember the name. It's one of those songs. I think one of the battle music or whatever. It goes yeah. That song is played all the time, but every boss fight it's played and it's remixed.
Well, no,
so
the boss
it gets grander every time.
Different. The one you were describing is like whenever you get a sneak attack, like whenever you get the jump on an enemy. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Whenever you get the jump on an enemy, that's when that one plays. But yeah, the battle theme. Yeah, I like the way they do it too. It's pretty nice. Like the 8-bit one was pretty sick.
No, that's the same song. It's just remixed for each fight.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I like that idea of like, let's take that idea of like, you're gonna hear this a lot, but let's mix it.
Yeah. Every time it gets grander and grander, and then the final boss, it's like a big orchestra. It's so epic, and it's
pretty cool. That's a pretty cool idea.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, let's go on to Miles this week before we keep talking about Persona, which I really want to.
So my week has one of the things I did this week that was productive is I set up the PlayStation 3, and I'm planning on streaming a Tales of Xillia run soon. I don't know when. Only issue is that there's tournaments going on, but these are the last ones for most of summer. So this current weekend and during most of last week was the International 4, which is pretty like the largest Dota tournament, and I have to watch it and support my favorite teams. So yeah, I've been watching that a lot, and it's pretty like I think about it and like how like anxious I am watching it and like wanting my team to win, although they're out now, but like wanting them to win so badly and like watching these matches and see the amazing plays that are being going on and thinking like this is not even the main stage, they're just doing group stages.
Mm-hmm.
So like I cannot wait for that.
In another life, Miles is a sports fan, undoubtedly.
Probably, but not now.
And he plays basketball.
All right, guys, we can start talking about how LeBron went over to Cleveland. All right, we're done talking about that. Go ahead, Miles.
And then also this weekend is EVO, which is like the largest fighting game tournament, which is unfortunate. They're both like overlapping. So like I have a system now that I have my main monitor has Dota 2 on it, and I'm running in-game watching that. I have 2 screens open on my second monitor, one for EVO where Smash is on, one for Dota multi-channel. I have Twitch running on my Wii U gamepad to watch another stream, and I have my iPad open with the Twitch app running to watch another stream.
Oh my god.
So it's a lot of Dota.
Thus,
I'm trying to keep up.
Thus is the life of Miles Clark.
Oh, we got the power.
I'm trying to just keep up with the matches and follow them. So it's been fun and enjoyable, but yeah, when it's done, going back to that. Also, I did get a bit of Monster Hunter in, so there was a bit of streaming, only one day, but I've been working on doing more. So I'm trying to get back into it, and I have a nice setup for it now, and I think everything's gonna go really well. It's just time from watching streams. That was my week, pretty much.
I guess we can get into some news. You guys ready for the news?
Yep.
No.
All right.
Are
Cool.
you ready?
Oh, we needed like an epic transition soon. Oh my god.
News.
All right, that's good. That's perfect. Every week we're doing that.
Okay.
Whoa, we have to save that like little sound file.
That should be the title of the podcast.
News.
No. If we do it too much, then copyrights and stuff.
No. You cut it off early. You cut off a couple measures early.
Yeah, it wasn't. We
Alright.
can't do.
That's okay.
Yeah,
It.
stop.
Move on.
Cancel. We got sued. Cancel. All right, guys. All right. So the next Gears of War. Apparently, it's going to happen. The actor said Cole's returning. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. I didn't
Who
buy the
wants to
last
go
year.
first?
I didn't buy the last
You know,
years.
I'll go first. So, honestly, it's odd for me because like the first Gears of War terrified me because of like the night scenes where the lights go off and like you're gonna get destroyed, and like the other ones I was fine with, but like I don't know, of all the games I've played recently and like the games we played with friends and stuff, I got texts from people at our high school most of the day at our high school afterwards like, hey, you want to play Gears? It's like I have rarely ever talked to you, but maybe because like, I don't know, Gears was like, especially like Gears 3 was real. I didn't get whatever the other one was with the last one, Judgment. Yeah, I didn't get Judgment, but like Gears 3 was a lot of fun. So like to get more Gears, if it's a major title by like the full studio, I'd be behind it. I think it'd be fun and enjoyable.
Yeah. What about you, Chris?
To me, that's beating a dead horse. I thought 2 was the peak. Gears 2 was the peak of the Gears world. At least I felt that way. I liked. So I don't know. That's just my opinion of Gears. I liked the environment of 1 the best, and then I thought it got too much into just mindless combat.
It was
at the
interesting
end.
because 1 was trying to be like almost survival horror esque.
Yeah.
And the other ones went
And
away from that.
Well, to me, it just got generic, and or more genericer, for lack of a better word. I don't know, and I was never sold on the story. I don't know. To me, there's just like bad guys coming from the center of the earth. Like to me, the biggest when it comes to shooters, and I know this isn't an FPS technically, but just shooters in general. The reason why shooters like Halo soar is because the story is what keeps people involved, right? Because you want to see what happens to Chief and the Arbiter, in the campaign at least. And to me, I wasn't all too sold on the Gears story. I think the trilogy is good, and I think it should have been left as the Great Gears trilogy. I thought the latest one, I don't even know if it did well.
It
I don't think it did.
that and like God of War Ascension both didn't do well.
Oh yeah. Forget that. And so I think bringing back another one is only going to tarnish the series' name.
Yeah, it's like we had this discussion before about keep making games of the same franchise. I believe if people want it, you can keep doing it, but I don't hear people clamoring for new Gears.
No one's like, oh man, waiting for new Gears of War.
No, I know a couple people
like,
might be
when's
pretty
Gears?
stoked for it.
It's
like it's because it's like Gears in and of itself. It's almost not really. I was gonna say Unreal Tournament. Though I'm thinking about it, it's not at all like that. But it's that idea. It's like it's a shooter, but in the way that it plays, it's so radically different from the other ones. Like it just like it's that own feeling to it. So it's not like it's just another shooter game, but like it's third person. The way movement happens, the way you actually do combat, the active reload system, like it's all just interesting to play. Even on the multiplayer aspects
about Gears that I feel like it started a mechanic because there's a lot of games now that are compared to Gears.
It stole from Kill Switch.
Oh, harsh. But okay, well then maybe it made it more mainstream.
It popularized it.
Yeah. But its play style was definitely cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean that was like you said, Miles, with the active reload, the way you move, and very cover based, right? I don't know. That's where it won, but I don't know about bringing it back, Vic.
Actually, we brought up Halo a couple minutes ago. I heard them trying to make the new Halo more like an arena shooter. Which, if you don't know, the difference between an arena shooter and like a game like Call of Duty is that arena shooter is fast paced, and when you start off, each person's equal. Like you know what I mean. You start with the same weapon.
To me, that is Halo.
And you have to find your weapon. That's what an arena shooter is. So it's more balanced or whatever. and
Yeah,
not Call of
me-
Duty-ified.
I didn't
Well,
like the
that-
loadout system and like the other
No.
ones. They just like
And same. I'm
Yeah.
the same way. I don't like to me, Halo is Halo 3. You
Mhm.
are
Oh,
everyone
yes.
is the well, and to me that is Halo. Well, I don't know.
Everyone
But-
gets an assault rifle and a pistol, and
Yeah.
good
But
luck.
Yeah,
even in
just
3,
that.
you could switch between
If you
assault
played
rifle
before,
and,
then you
like,
know where the hammer is, and you know where the rocket launcher is, and I hope you get there first.
Yeah, to me that's
If
like
not, I hope you don't get there second.
yeah, but like yeah, to me that is Halo, and I don't know. I think they did a good job with the loadouts. I think they tried.
Yeah, they were good. It's just
Yeah.
like they changed up the way the game was. I
Yeah.
didn't hate it. I loved it,
No,
but
to
I
me,
would
I
prefer
still
the arena
still-
shooter.
ate it up. But if they are bringing it back into that direction, I'm all for it.
Mhm.
Because to me that is cutthroat Halo.
I have another question. Do you guys think Call of Duty will die out? Because the numbers have actually been going down. I mean, granted, it's been going down from like a really high peak, so it's still been going down. And I feel like MOBAs are starting to take over this generation. Simply because in my college, like, I remember like at least freshman year, everyone was like, "Oh, let's play Call of Duty." Sophomore year, literally, I saw a change. Everyone was just, like sitting there playing League or Dota. Not Dota. I'm sorry, Dota's too complicated. But everyone was playing League.
No one
Like
plays Dota.
people were coming into my room like trying to play League with Martinez. You guys know who he is. And I was just like,
Yells
why
a
are
lot,
you playing
right?
these? Yeah, League players yell all the time because they're League players.
well,
Dota
everyone
players are
does.
more
It's just-
sophisticated.
no, like everyone.
To
It's
fill
like
the void in their soul. They,
it's just
they
like
yell.
the thing that you do when you're playing is like you're playing and you're trying to communicate to your teammates, but you technically, well, especially in League, you can't because there's no like in-game voice chat. So like you're yelling to express how annoyed you are, and like you're hoping it transfers.
But here's the problem with that. You live with 2 other people in a small dorm room. You can't be yelling at like 1 in the morning.
It was just because like the third person in our room that we didn't really know, and he barely ever spoke to us. And then end of semester was just gone. It's like, oh, he left a message, left some stuff, and was gone. It's like, oh, well, okay. But like, he was playing League, and like I could hear him talking about lanes and stuff. So I knew he was playing it, but I could hear him all the time at different times.
God.
But like,
But-
I imagine he could hear me because I raid. So it's like, I kind of like, and when you play online and you have to communicate to people, you kind of just, this is the way it's gonna be.
Do you guys
Two-
remember? Oh, go ahead. Sorry, you got.
Well, I was gonna go back to your original question there, Vic.
Yeah.
With the shooter, well, with the Call of Duty, I just remember when we were in high school, and oh my gosh, to me, I was telling my sister this earlier today how we lived in truly the Xbox 360 generation.
Yeah.
I remember like coming home from high school, going on the live, and seeing like a party of like how the max, just like a giant party of all my friends playing
Oh,
COD.
the Papa Clan.
Dude,
we
it was
We were
like
dirty.
I remember I hated it because I hated that game, but like it was cool to see, and looking back on it, it was cool to see like I don't know, it was that big of a deal. And
Mhm.
well, I never liked the games. I know other people certainly did. With that, I don't know. I thought for gaming, Call of Duty may have been good for
Yeah.
gamers. For gamers, I think it was bad because eventually they got to just rehashing the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah.
But I think it'll die out. But I think undoubtedly another
Oh,
beast will take
yeah.
its place.
I think MOBAs are coming up big because everyone's making a MOBA nowadays. It's ridiculous.
I personally think that it's because of the success of like, you see how good League is doing right now. League is crushing in numbers.
Yeah,
It's not even
yeah,
close.
I agree with you. I'm just saying that's what's bringing it up. Even freaking what's this? Gearbox is making a Dota. I was like, what? I said Dota. I said Dota.
MOBA.
Don't tell anyone I said that. MOBA.
Don't worry, like
Don't worry,
10
everyone
years
already
ago,
heard.
Dota would have probably actually been
Yeah,
the
that was
appropriate
it.
term
Dota
for-
was the term, but
Yeah.
League didn't want to be called a Dota-like, so they came up with the term MOBA.
Yeah.
So,
And then Valve bought Dota,
yeah.
and
I don't know if I can.
and Blizzard was like, wait, hold on, what? And old news.
I can see because MOBAs are already huge, and I could see them being huge, but I don't think I could see them ever being the size that Call of Duty
Well,
will. or
here's the
was.
thing about a MOBA. MOBAs can play differently from each other. So you can have a first-person shooter MOBA. You can have a MOBA that plays like
You-
Call of Duty.
You
And-
could.
And here's one more thing. Call of Duty costs $60, and plus a console if you have a console, because you have to have a console. Otherwise, who are you? But everyone has a computer, and MOBAs are free. If you're charging people for a MOBA, you're not making money probably.
Yeah,
Dota's free.
Ask
League
Heroes
is
of New
free.
Earth how well that worked out.
Oh god.
They're free now.
Yeah. Let's not start on that.
but they're still late to the game.
Michael, I'm gonna let you finish, but also not one of the best MOBAs of all time.
Oh my god.
It's
Okay,
not
okay.
it has some
Okay.
good music though.
Yeah, but it's still a different type of game. But like you still don't see it with the numbers of Dota and League, right?
Mhm.
You know, and
Well, do you see in the future like a MOBA potentially being as popular as a shooter? Would be-
I think that the
Dota
sole
and League.
reason that they are free is being the reason as to why is like people are like, I have a computer, I can play League.
It's like
All you have to do is download it.
Yeah.
You-
What's the number
you
one
don't-
game on Twitch? Dota and League are the number one game.
Well, you
Right.
also have to think Twitch is, while a lot of gamers watch it, Twitch is not. There are many more gamers not watching Twitch than there are watching.
Okay, I agree with that. Yeah.
I mean, there is a. If you looked at just like the Microsoft E3 conference, I remember I was talking about this. All these freaking sports games, right?
Mm.
There is a large population that buys FIFA and Call of Duty, and that's their video game experience.
all right,
And
all right.
that is a large amount of people that do that.
I just want to throw out some quick numbers. I'm on. I know this might be cheating, but I'm on Steam. I'm on Steam game stats. The peak today, Counter-Strike Global Offensive was the second highest peak at 160,000. Dota 2 is the highest with 900,000.
Oh my god.
And yeah, that actually just
900,000
happened
peak
today.
today.
That was
Really?
because the international is going on. So this huge tournament that you can watch in game for free, and like you can get drops in the game. And that's like that was a big news in and on the Reddit and Dota 2 Reddit and stuff. Is that it peaked 900,000, which is like the biggest it's ever had and the biggest on Steam, I think.
I would like to. I still have a hard time. Maybe I don't know.
That's another thing with like watching watching Evo and watching the was it international, because you watch Evo, you punch a guy, they're punching each other, and once the health goes down to 0, they lose. When you're watching freaking Dota, you're like, what is going on? Oh god, don't get me started with StarCraft.
No, because it's like even StarCraft. Like I don't even play StarCraft like at all. Like I watch it and like I understand from watching it, and like I've watched it enough that I've picked up now that I could like. I just suck at StarCraft. I'm fully admitting that, but I've watched enough of it that I can see what they're doing and be like, oh, so they do this into this into this, and I get what the terms mean, but I can't do it.
I get what you mean, but that's like us. For the common man, it's like I want to watch a 5-minute game video.
Well,
They can go watch the fighting game and just like, okay, that's quick. Like I
even
understand.
me, I would never. I mean, I don't know. It's just me. I don't watch Twitch and that stuff, and I'm a huge gamer, but I cannot find the appeal to that.
I love it. I love it so
Oh yeah,
much.
I mean, it's like yeah, no, definitely, and I can understand it, but oh man, I do not know if I could do that.
Yeah.
I think another thing is like
Uh,
when something gets hyped up, like this is going through my head. I think the reason Smash had so many huge, like Smash did like 130,000 at Evo last year, which was the largest we've ever seen for that game. So like I think it hit that much because of all the drama that went around. All the websites are like, oh, Nintendo's stopping the stream and all this stuff. So now that it's there, everyone wants to see what's the fuss, like what's it about. I think the reason Dota 2 had a huge peak is because, well, the game's free, so if you're on Steam, you just download it. But another reason is like, this is a $10.6 million tournament. What's going on? I want to be a part of this.
No, definitely, yeah.
One thing I will say is I don't think that going back to like the main topic, I don't think you're actually gonna see shooters die. I just think that I just think that they're not going to be in the limelight.
Shooters are the first multiplayer experience, pretty much. They're not going anywhere.
And they're a baseline multiplayer experience. It's basic action. You pull the trigger, and the people fall down. And the faster your reaction times, and the better you know the guns, and the better you know ranges, the better you are.
Well, I think there's always going to be a big shooter, no matter what. But yeah, I mean, like you said, they'll never die. But I think they're always going to be huge, and for the reason you say, right? It's really easy. Yeah. It's easy to understand a shooter. The concept's easy, right? You just got to hit something.
Yeah, literally no barrier to entry. Like you can be a great player. However, a headshot is still a headshot, even if it's a lucky one.
Yeah, definitely. Because I remember 12, being 12 or 8, going over my cousin's house, and we just play Quake 2. We just start playing it, just the four of us. And we would make up names for the weapons because we didn't know, so we called one weapon the Big Whopper because we didn't know what those was called.
What?
So we just make names up for each weapon. It was awesome.
The big Whopper.
Yeah. But alright guys, next subject. So apparently Mighty Number 9 is getting its own animated series. How do you guys feel about that? I guess it's okay, but I mean, as long as it doesn't interfere with the game, it isn't. I'm okay with it, but I'm probably not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it.
I don't. What is Mighty Number 9?
Oh, thank goodness! I didn't want to ask.
All right, Miles, you can take it.
Thank God.
Wait, Miles, you know what it is, right?
Yeah, Mighty Number 9 is by, I think it's Kenji Inafune. He's the original creator of Mega Man, and so for a while, Capcom hasn't done anything with Mega Man. So they decided that, he decided that he's going to leave, make his own studio, and kickstart this project that's going to be Mighty Number 9, which is basically a successor to Mega Man. So it's that same style where it's hard platforming battle kind of thing, and then you beat the enemies and you gain their abilities and powers from defeating them.
It's pretty much the new Mega Man game.
I'm looking up now. I've seen that thing before.
Yeah, and also what's cool about it, I don't know if they did this on purpose. You know how in the Mega Man the level select screen where he looks up on left and right and down. He's the ninth guy in there. Because up you have 3, to the side you have 2, and to the bottom you have 3.
Oh really? That's kind of.
So I think the new guy's called Mighty Number 9 to really just say this is Mega Man.
Yeah. I mean, that could be cool. That's cool, though.
Pretty much, they're even doing Mega Man's original name in Japan is Rockman, and all the themes are named after music. That's the idea.
Yeah,
because it was Rock and his sister Roll.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought of that.
And over here, got changed to Mega Man. Yeah. And then even with Mighty Number 9, it's Beck. It's his name, and I think it's his sister, but whoever's with him is called Call. So Beck and Call.
Yeah. Oh, how cool.
Let me tell you, so JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, every character is actually named after some type of music. Japanese people love American music. It's ridiculous.
That's awesome. Wait, so going back to the original idea, there's going to be an anime based off of this little
show? It was one of their stretch goals.
Is it an anime or is it just regular cartoon?
It's an animated series. So it was one of the stretch goals on their Kickstarter was if they hit a certain amount, they'll do this. And so they did. And so it's in production.
How well is the Kickstarter doing? Is it killing it?
It's over. That thing crushed.
Yeah, it killed it. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I watched the trailer.
Whatever.
It was pretty good. I watched the trailer for it. Yeah. I'm still not going to watch the show, let me tell you. But,
Oh, good lord. Sorry, I just went to the Kickstarter and that was my reaction.
So how much did they make?
All right, so the goal was 900,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is, I mean, I guess that's as much to make a game.
That's a lot of money, though.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. They made 3.8 million.
Oh.
67,000 backers. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone loves Mega Man. So the guy that made Mega Man comes out, I want to make a new Mega Man game. Everyone's on board.
Oh, I mean, I'm on board. Oh my, that's a lot of money. Damn.
Yeah. You know what?
If you pledge $10,000 or more, you get dinner with Keiji Inafune. $10,000 or more. They'll fly you out to Tokyo and have dinner with you. And I seem just put you back on the plane for 12 hours.
You know what I want? I want Peter Molyneux to have his own Kickstarter, and I will put any amount of money so I can have dinner with that man. I want to talk to Peter Molyneux. That'd be great.
What?
He's my hero.
Well, I guess.
Yeah, he killed my dog, but he's my hero. Anyway, next up on the news. So Nintendo is actually a sponsor at EVO, which is pretty cool if you think about it, because Nintendo's like, all right, we accept that Melee is a fighting game. We know what's going on, and I think it's pretty cool. I mean, what do you think, Mouse?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool because it's a really big step up in terms of just in general what they're doing normally. Because before, last year, thinking of the 180, last year Nintendo was you can't even stream this game. Like, you're not allowed to do it. And now they're like, oh, hey, not only can you stream it, we're going to sponsor it. And, like, we're going to let you have our blessing. They do the international, well, the invitational at E3. So it's a big tournament that they have invited players from the Smash community. And so it's a really big step for, like, everything in general. And, like, for Nintendo to come out and actually sponsor a tournament is a really, like, that's huge.
Yeah, that seems like a step in the right direction, definitely.
So Miles, you think when they have the new Smash at Evo that Reggie's going to participate because he's been practicing with his 3DS?
So that's the thing. Like, everyone's. So this is interesting. Since you brought that up, I want to hit this real fast because everyone's like, will the new Smash be competitive? And like, my thought is like, it's Smash Brothers. There will always be a competitive scene around a Smash Bros. Game, no matter what. So like, I don't know. That whole idea is like, because people are like, it's not gonna be at Evo. Man, who knows? Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. I mean, if Nintendo's backing, they're probably going to want the new game.
Then it must, yeah.
In some way or form. So even if they want to keep Melee, they probably have to do Melee and Smash 4. So, I don't know. I'm just overall really excited that Nintendo is involved now. And the cool thing is, normally when Evo, people are sponsoring Evo, they normally have announcements. Like, the guys at NetherRealm showed off Raiden from Mortal Kombat X at Evo today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
So, speaking of
Maya was showed off too for Killer Instinct.
Oh wait,
she was?
Yeah,
she
wasn't showed off. Her character was just shown.
All right, I need to see that.
How did Raiden look? Was it amazing?
It was cool. He could like make electrical traps in the air, and even he could do like we put one in front of him, one above him, and made a line between them, and like the character jumped in to hit him and went in between them and got shocked, and he could do a combo off of that. One of his sets he can teleport around, so like he was doing combos, just teleporting back and forth between the person as he was comboing them.
Gotta love that.
Nothing beats Ryan's incomprehensible screams.
Yeah, he still has that.
Oh my god, when he does the Superman thing, it's just like, what is going on? Way too much.
They showed off he still has that.
That's his move. He better have that.
Oh my god.
And then
right,
speaking of like new characters, something we haven't done and I'm very interested in. So the thought that Nintendo might show off a new character at Evo.
They said they will one day.
Well, yeah, no, that's after Evo. That was another thing. Okay. So I want to, and that's So they announced Friday that Monday they're going to do a live stream of a new character at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, so they announced they're going to do a new character. And so I'm wondering, who do you guys think? Because we haven't done this. What character would you like to see in the new Smash?
Ryu.
Oh.
I want to see Ryu in it.
Why Ryu?
Why? Because you just asked me who I want, and that's who I want. Because he can use his fighting game, he can fight. I don't know. I think it'd be awesome. I don't know. I'm sorry.
That is an interesting choice.
Yeah. I mean, compared to what we've seen this year, I don't even think it's outlandish anymore compared to what we've seen. You know what I mean? Really. The characters. So. What do you think, Chris?
Mine. Okay. Well, Captain Falcon just has to be in there. But what I personally want is Snake. Solid Snake back. He was my favorite in the last one.
I really think people are all about like, oh, he's not in this, but like there was a guy that has never voiced Raiden before, but he did voice I don't remember his name, but he's a famous voice actor. I remember when the article went up, I read the whole thing and like he went through and he's like, no, it's not Kiefer Sutherland because that's the voice. That's the voice.
Did you say Raiden or did you say Snake?
Raiden.
Oh, for some reason I think it's Snake.
It's the guy that does the voice of Dante, but I don't know his name. And so he said he was asked what character would you have if you had a choice. The name's not important, but he's like, if you had a choice.
If it's Troy Baker, that's pretty important.
He's like, if you had a choice, what character in the game would you want to be? And he's like, I always wanted to be Raiden. And he said this. It's a quote. I got to play him in Smash Bros, but it was a very small bit, and it's not as big as other games. That was a quote from him.
Wait, you got to play him in Smash Brothers?
That's what he said.
Wait, you got to play Raiden?
Yes.
Raiden?
Well, here's the thing with this. Raiden wasn't in Brawl. Yes, he was in PlayStation All-Stars, but it's not. I checked. It's not the same voice actor.
Well, here's the thing. You kind of can't.
Okay, you say right. I keep thinking of Raiden from Mortal Kombat.
No, Raiden as in Metal Gear.
Yeah, Raiden from Metal Gear. Okay, that makes everything makes more sense right now.
Here's the thing. You kind of can't trust stuff like that because Kiefer Sutherland was like, "Yeah, no, I'm in the new character. I'm in the new Mortal Kombat game. Yeah, I voiced a character," and like he wasn't in it. That's the thing. He leaked the game he wasn't in. So you can't trust what voice actors say now. That you really can't. And even like the voice actor for Three Dog was like, yeah, he posted on Twitter. He's like, yeah, I'm getting ready for my next video. My next video game out in the Wasteland. Fallout 4 has been announced. You can't. You
I
really
saw that.
can't
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
not that they like, because they don't know stuff. They don't know that like, like.
So I'll give you another. Well, this is continuing on to the next thing, but let's keep. So Michael, who would you like?
I don't know. I honestly haven't given it a whole lot of thought. Let's see here.
Wait, why are you thinking? I changed my mind. I changed mine to Bayonetta. I want Bayonetta. I changed my mind.
Oh,
I'm gonna join on that one. Yeah. I think Bayonetta would be a good. Yeah,
I
good
think
addition.
that actually isn't that far fetched.
Now she's like a Nintendo character.
Yeah, exactly.
Not,
I was thinking.
not really. Just Bayonetta 2 is a Nintendo game because they're paying for it.
When
That's
you
what I mean.
fund an entire game, it's one of those like. It's not expected, but it's still.
Mm.
It's almost expected, but it's not.
I don't think that one's that far fetched though. I think Bayonetta would be actually awesome.
Yeah, especially.
And I mean, like, good way to get marketing out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, seriously.
Easy marketing. Just put a character in a game.
Except actually, I like in Smash how there's the part of the charm to the game is how there's all of the different art styles of all the different characters in the same place. So a lot of the Mario characters have all the same art style basically. But then I love having that and then adding like Solid Snake, who's a very realistic looking person fighting like cartoon Mario. It's just
fighting Mr. Game & Watch.
What I really like is like every character, no matter what universe they come from, they're all universally made for like that engine, and they all look like they fit. So like you see them on the screen, and it's not weird. Like that's why I didn't like the places in All Star because they're pretty much ripped from their own games, so they just look piecemeal.
Yeah.
All right, and my favorite character that I really want in this game, after Sonic, which has already happened, is Shulk from Xenoblade.
Which is possible. Yeah.
Which is very possible because I want to give you some reasons. So like I think the announcement.
Oh God, we gotta stop letting them do these things.
Wait, hold on. I want to throw in my own name into there. Tomoko Kuroki.
Why did you? She'd be awesome, actually. Oh my God.
Just her imaginary self, the way that she thinks that she is.
Okay,
her in the intro.
Oh, and then she walks out, right? Her intro, she's like, "I only play ranked. Are you ranked?" That'd be awesome. Oh my God.
She'd be like, "Yeah, I'm ranked. I just started." No.
Literally, I have no idea what's going on.
She use the vacuum cleaner to like suction people. I don't know. And like a Final Smash. I don't know. Actually, I ran out of ideas.
Well, I think Final Smash would just be like the intro cinematic would just play.
Or she does that dress up thing she does in the first episode where she tries to be hot.
Oh my gosh,
and everyone just, like,
people just can't hit her. Yeah.
Oh my God. Hey, you two, shut up.
Alright, go ahead, Miles. I'm sorry.
Okay, so the reason I bring this up is because when the announcement went off, it was retweeted by the director of Xenoblade. And a long time ago, the guy that does the voice for Shulk said, "Oh yeah, I'm in a new upcoming game, and I'm playing Shulk, but I can't talk about it right now." And like a bunch of other stuff has been going around.
Back on that one, sir.
So like, there's very good indication hinting that it's probably Shulk. And but like, it's not even the director. Like a bunch of people from Monolith who make Xenoblade have been retweeting.
You want to put money on? Want to put money down? Let's bet. Nah.
It looks like I have to play freaking Xenoblade.
That game is amazing. I love that game. I need to finish it, and I will. I love that game. It's so good.
How old is the game?
I have my doubt that you'll finish.
It's a wee dude. I'm like already way past 50 hours in. I'm way past the halfway point. So yeah.
Dude, 50 hours, so hardcore.
That game is good.
Well, you're not hardcore.
But yeah, so
are you even ranked?
All for that.
I only play ranked. Are you ranked?
Yeah, I just started. No.
Queen.
Goodbye, JoJo. All right. Enough with the anime. Enough with the anime.
Let's stop.
All right.
Oh my god. Yeah, even Speedwagon's tired of this. All right, let's go on to the next subject. All right, so apparently people have been hacking Mario Kart 8, and I guess this is cool, but like they promised that it was only for good. They will never use their powers for evil. They're not cheating.
Oh
It's just-
man.
Sure.
They're just like, we can hack this if we want. And they're just a bunch of like British dudes jucking it up on a course, just tweaking the music and stuff. It's a pretty cool video.
Getting tweaked out on the course.
I'm
Is that what
okay
you said,
with
Victor?
So like,
Yeah.
pretty much the thing I see is like, from what I've read about it, it's not like they're adding in characters or stuff. They only can like rename courses and like change when music, like the musical cues.
Oh, damn. I mean, that's whatever though.
I mean, the real news here is the fact that the Wii U is hackable. That's the real news. That people have found a way to hack it.
And
know what
that
I mean?
people care enough too. You
Yeah,
know?
no. That's the thing. People are like,
People
we
will
want-
always care enough to. If they can, someone's just gonna get bored and do it.
Mhm.
But like,
That's a thing. Like, you know.
I don't know.
That's
Like,
the reason
'cause
why-
to me, this hack is like nowhere near like where the Wii was, because like the Wii, in terms of hacks, is like you can do so much, but the Wii U, I don't even know. Like this doesn't seem like it's they've started doing stuff, but all they're doing is like they're not really changing stuff. They're basically like changing letters on a course name, or
I have a feeling that
changing when a music starts up. So
I have a feeling that since like this is all that we know about the hacking, I feel like that there's people doing more than this.
Yeah, they just that
Yeah.
was literally just telling them we can do stuff. That like it was more like saying it's like a concept kind of thing. Like we can do what we want. We just
Like
haven't
if
been doing it.
we can, if we're just hearing about these people like being able to change the names and musical cues, then there's someone else out there that we don't know about who's doing everything he wants, just cheating on the, just out there cheating, playing
Oh my
the
gosh.
game,
Ugh.
plugging it up to a computer, and just
I don't know. 'Cause
computer
if it
win.
ever got to that extent, Nintendo probably can see it, especially if it's like an online thing and they're doing it,
Yeah.
and they probably patch it.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously exaggerated, but you know, sentiment still holds.
What is this? Or Michael, you guys can take number 5 because I've never played this game.
Okay, Age of Empires Online,
Oh.
for those of you who have ever played it, is shutting down because of Neversoft, I believe, correct?
No,
Neversoft is...
no. They're two different things. I don't know why they're
Oh,
together on the
Okay,
docket.
I am not sure
Oh
why
no,
that
I wanted to say like and the fact that Neversoft is gone as well, and like what's gonna happen to the company and stuff. It was a big subject. I'm so sorry for ruining you. I should quit. I quit.
is.
Cam.
Okay, bye, Victor. But, anyways,
So with Age of
Just-
Empires,
Okay, so Age
what
of-
I
Age
thought
of
was
Empires-
interesting about it is like they put out their statistics and facts. I pulled two, the ones I thought were interesting. So they have over 534 million single-player quests were done while the game was going, but only 13 million multiplayer quests. So my thought is like, that's definitely an issue if you're an MMO, like an online game.
No, Secret World does that. It pisses me off. What Michael and I will be like questing together, and it's like this is a solo instance. I'm like, what the hell? Why did I get this to play with Michael? You should not have only solo instances in your MMO, and if you do, it shouldn't be too many. Like it shouldn't be leveling like that. That pisses me off so much.
yeah, or it should be specific, like, story-based things, where you don't
Yeah.
like 50 people running around, like,
hmm
you know.
Huh.
I'm sorry, I got stuck in one boss fight, and Michael couldn't help me, so I was really upset. I was so sad.
I remember that. I had to talk you through it. I had to talk you down off the ledge. I'd be like, "No, Victor, it's okay."
I was about to turn it off.
Man.
Just go to bed.
No, Victor, it's okay. God damn it.
Oh man. Yeah, and also Neversoft is gone, which sucks. I mean, like, I know the world's different now. There's no real big Tony Hawk games, but that's one of the reasons why I play video games is because Tony Hawk got me into it. Because when I first got my PS2, I got Tony Hawk and Madden didn't help me at all because I was like, what is this? And I played Tony Hawk 3 for hours. Like, I probably put more time in that than I put in Skyrim, which is ridiculous because it's not that long of a game. But
So what's interesting is they're not technically like gone. They just been merged with Infinity Ward to develop Call of Duty,
yeah.
which is kind of sad.
Hey, at least Call of Duty has a longer 3-year cycle now, which is also good.
It's probably still gonna be a lot of the same.
Well, I mean,
they're gonna make
they
a new
have-
engine, and then they're gonna we iterate on the engine. It's the same engine, and they just.
I
change
like
the
to hate
values,
on them
so-
too, but at least now they have a chance to do stuff, which means a team has 2 or 3 years to make the game as opposed to a year and a half. So that's the good news about it. There's more time to make good games, but I still miss Tony Hawk. Anyway, next up we have Ooh, international Miles. I don't know what this is. Pretty much.
Right,
You
so
go ahead.
the international prize pool distribution. I want to bring this up because, like, and on screen for those of you watching live, those numbers are old by now. But like, the new numbers are the total prize pool right now is 10.68 million, and first place gets 4.91 million. By the time that it rolls around, it's probably going to be 5 million, which is split between 5 people. So like, the thought is that. And I want to bring this up because, like, you go through and you look at all the rankings, and, like, that's why it's still there, even though it's kind of old. Is like, you can see, in, like, second place is 1.4, third is 1 million, fourth is 800,000, 600,000, and 500,000. But then ninth through 14th get, like, 48,000, 37,000, 21,000. So I wanted it to be interesting to hear your guys' thoughts. If you think, like, is the prize pool too top heavy?
Oh, yeah. I mean... I mean, I'm fine with, you know, obviously the last place has to get less, but like 20 grand, that's almost like, for the amount of effort that has to be put into the game, for the amount of effort that has to be like they sort of have to live off of this, and like that's a major drop off to go from 500,000 to 50,000. That could literally be one loss. One loss means that you lose $450,000.
Yeah.
For
$450,000.
For what play? What is the cutoff place? That's like the most drastic change.
After 8th place, it drops by, like Mike said, 450,000.
Yeah, $450,000 drop off from the amount of money won.
I get it, but you're also in. You're ninth? Is it?
Yeah, you're in 9th.
It is a competition.
But $450,000 freaking dollars.
But 8 people beat you.
I don't care. I don't.
Well, no,
it's not
like actually 32 people. Kind of.
What?
Yeah,
all it takes is one.
Technically, I guess it's 32.
I don't 40. care about. I don't care about the difference between first and last place. But 9th and 8th is 409. The difference between 9th and 8th is $500,000. The dude who's just marginally better than you is much more rich than you are now.
So here's another interesting thing I had to bring up with this.
I don't know. That's tough.
So like,
to me
here's an interesting
little
thing
even
with this.
Slope
is like, here's another thing to think of is the way that they changed the format this year. So bottom 6 in group stages are just out, and like last 2 don't get anything. Like there's 16 teams, so 15, 16 you get nothing. Bottom 6 are all out. 9th and 10th play against 8th and 7th, and whoever loses there is also out. But you get more than the people who didn't get to that point. And then those top 8 all go to the key arena and play on the stage in the stadium in front of all the people. So like the reason I bring this up, because it's interesting, the idea, and like people, like Michael said, was a very good point. It's like people are living off of this when you think about it that way.
Yeah.
But you think the past years the way they did this is, if you didn't get 8th, you got nothing.
So it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
So it's better than that. And like,
so it's like when you go to like end of a sports banquet and you get an award just for being on the team.
Well, with the sport idea, I don't know. I just feel like if they want,
it just doesn't seem like an even curve to me. Like, I'm fine with there being a drop off at some point, but that is a massive drop off. That is almost nonsensical. That's like you go from $500,000 to you're not even 6 figures.
To me,
not even 6 figures for a team.
To me, I think what they should have done then was, if you want video games to be treated as a competitive manner in a serious spotlight, prize pools should be treated as such. Like, I don't know, like first, second, third. Let's not make everyone else try to get a piece of the pie, right? Let's have this be competitive. In the one person wins in the Super Bowl, one person wins everything else. There's brackets going on and everything else for first, second, third. Why should video games be like, oh, well, you know, they came here and it was really expensive and they really tried. So, like, I don't know, let's just give them... And they live off of it, but so does every other guy in sports. And when you think about sports, you can't just consider LeBron James. You can't just consider the big names. Every team...
Yeah, not everyone makes that much money, yeah.
No, or, like, not just that much, like, nowhere near... Like, near... Teams are huge. There are guys that are just there for practices, and they make like, I don't know, 40 maybe. Like they're just there trying, and I don't know. I just don't like the idea of being like, well, I don't know, they came, we should give them something. Like, no, this is a competitive. You're trying to win, right? You're not there to go along for the ride. I don't know. But to me, I feel like the way to fix that drop off is to just give it to the first three, because otherwise something like this is gonna happen when people getting pissed off. Because then what Michael said earlier, there was a team that was just a little bit better, and their prize is like quintupled.
Yeah, but
it's like, well, that's ridiculous.
That goes along with what you were saying, Chris. So now that you've gone, I'm going to give like my own ideas on the reason, as someone that is probably not right, but as someone that's in the scene a bit. So looks at the scene, I guess I should say.
Well, you're good. You're in there. You're in there somewhere.
So it's all percentage based. So first place gets 50%. It's lower, obviously, because they gave more to the bottom to make up for it. So first place technically gets 50%. Second is like not even 25, maybe 20, and then it goes down from there through the top 8. And then that's the idea, is because yes, that person did a little bit better than you, and yes, they're going to get a lot more money than you, but the fact is every game then matters. You're fighting for that goal of I want to not only be the best, but also I can win so much money. So then every game is important, because it means a difference of all the top the games leading up to the show were all important, because the difference between you walking away with $500,000 and you getting $100,000 for how well you did. So every game in the group stage mattered, because if you made it to the top 8, you're guaranteed $500,000, and that's a huge story, and it's it adds to the hype of the tournament.
Sure.
And also the way this tournament works is it's not like you just, I played a bunch of matches and I qualified. Well, for some people it is, but Valve goes around and says, you've been playing this whole year. Your team is set. We know these 5 players. They play together all the time. They're good enough that we will directly invite you. And they normally invite about 13 teams or something around there, and have one wild card slot. No, they invite 15 teams, 14, 1 wild card. No, 2 qualifiers, 1 wild card. And they changed it this year. They only did 11 teams, had 4 qualifiers, 4 runners up fight for the wild card slot. So it's you're the top 11 teams in the world at this game, handpicked by the people that make the game. So now it's up to you to go at it for the team. Some of these players, we talked before, I think they also have salaries. I don't know the exact numbers. So it's not this is the only way they're making money is by winning tournaments. It helps.
Yeah.
But they also have salaries on top of that.
Yeah, the top players definitely have good salaries and stuff. I mean, good enough to live off of,
Normal salaries, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but the one big difference between I wanted to say between big sports teams and these MOBA esports teams is that an actual team will have merchandise or commercials or regional fan bases, because they're hey, we're from your city, like us, and people are okay, we like you, and we'll buy a shirt and a jersey, and someone gets paid because 50 people or 100 people or 1,000 people bought a jersey, and no one's gonna buy a esports baseball hat. Why? Because
but people do.
Not the same. I know people do, but the same amount of people.
Well,
to me, I think that's the only difference, because you can have a serious drop off in the NBA and stuff like that, and it'd be well, they're still making 6 figures because the entire business as a whole is making so much money. There's so much money going into it.
I think you're comparing apples and oranges, because the way a lot of stuff from there is it's not really the same, because the way a lot of esports teams get their money is sponsors. There's these, internet, not only internet, but companies Monster sponsors a lot, HyperX is sponsoring a lot, and they sponsor these teams, and that's where the teams get a lot of their money, is from their sponsors. So you want your player to be on stage wearing their jersey where it says all the sponsors across it, because it represents the team, and that's where they're getting a lot of their money, is from the sponsorship. So by having them even at the tournament, you're making a lot of money from them being there, being in interviews, even though they're not on the main stage. Because I guarantee you, Valve is going to have all those players that are there. Normally what they do is they have all interviews and stuff. They didn't do that this year. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen the main stage yet. because like not every team is going to be up there, but like you're still going to get sponsorship time. Like they're going to guarantee that. They're not just going to be like, yeah, you didn't make it, go home. All those players are still there, and they're all still going to be at the tournament because like this is a big deal, even if you're not at it, and it's still like a game that you enjoy, hopefully, and you're not just in for the money. So I don't know. I think it's just a little different, and like the thought of like, is there going to be enough? Because like ESL 1 happened for Dota 2, and even like the league finals, they filled stadiums. ESL 1 happened at a World Cup stadium in Germany. They filled the entire pitch, I guess is the technical term. I would call the field. Like the whole thing was filled with seats of people that were there to support the teams. Some of them were wearing the team jerseys. They had hats and all this stuff, just supporting the teams that they were there to cheer on.
Huh.
Speaking of like, oh crap, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh my god, well, I'm losing it, and and it is gone. I'm so sorry. All right, anyway, that's something cool to say. It's gone now. Yeah. So SC's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know. They need to make money. So, oh, I remember. Area, it's back. Mouse, remember the time we met Chris G, and like, taking the sponsors, he had like Afterglow headset on. He wasn't even using. He had an Afterglow shirt on. I'm pretty sure the man had an Afterglow tattoo. It's
because like he moved to the West Coast now actually, so he's sponsored by a different person. But yeah, like he was sponsored by Afterglow Effects, so like he had Afterglow headphones on, and he would have his Afterglow shirt on, and like he was just playing, and like you see the logos, you see him wearing the product. Like it's a big.
You could see a bunch of people at FGC and Afterglows. I had mine on, and I was like, oh, I'm not that special anymore. And then I got Beats, and I looked around, I was like, oh, I'm not that special anymore. I just can't win with headphones. But speaking of portable stuff like headphones, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite is actually getting ported on iOS, which is cool. I mean, I don't have an iPhone, so I never have to play any like port games or whatever. But I think it's a good idea. I have actually heard people are trying like shareholders of Nintendo are like, why can't you play Mario on your iPhone? And they're getting mad at Nintendo. Do you guys think that Nintendo should port their games to the iPhone?
I say, why the hell not? They have like, I always think they're like one of the perfect ones to do it.
It's because they already have a mobile platform. If you put your stuff on like
that's the problem.
If you put it over there and like you already have so you're competing against yourself kind of when you do
splitting the market.
Yeah.
It would be.
And you can't you can't say you can play you just have the old games ported. Well, you can play old games on your 3DS with the what's it called, the Wii Shop? I can't remember.
Virtual Console.
Virtual Console, yeah.
Well, I don't. Yeah, yeah, but I think we're getting to a point where handheld and mobile may be different.
Mhm.
I don't know, because handheld is becoming more, at least the Nintendo side, taking it a bit more seriously. The games, you're no longer playing like crappy mobile games. You're playing 3DS games, which are, actually comparable. Yeah, it could be splitting the market, and I definitely see it. But I would think if anyone should try it out, maybe, I think they could be the ones. Because a Mario port could be so easy.
Yeah.
It could be an easy one to try out.
I have Mario on my phone already because I have a
emulator.
People
emulate
it all the time.
But yeah, with like Monster Hunter itself, it's interesting. If it was a new Monster Hunter, I'd be all over it. But I've played so much Freedom Unite.
Oh yeah, no, it's way too late for that to be. I don't know what the heck they're doing.
No, the thing is, like, you think in Japan, this thing's gonna sell like gangbusters. It's gonna be ridiculous.
Actually, yeah, it's ridiculous. And I actually, from this other podcast I listened to, two best friends, they're pretty awesome. Best friends play. They one dude, Liam, he actually went to Japan and he was saying how upset he was because like people weren't playing their 3DSs while they were on the transit lines or whatever. They were all playing games on their phones. They were all playing mobile games on their phones. That market
is like huge.
It's crazy. He said like
really. I didn't even know that.
Like Capcom put like I can't remember how much money, but it was billions into mobile games like this because that market is like blowing up in Japan right now compared to like consoles are like they're not dying out, but they're nowhere near as strong as they used to be over there.
Yeah,
Really?
that's crazy to know.
How
Like,
interesting.
cell phone gaming in Japan is ridiculous. I think cell phones in Japan are always like 2 years ahead of us, no matter what. It just
Oh
are.
man, I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about cell phone gaming.
I hate it.
Well,
I do not have a smartphone, so thus I have no opinion on the matter. I'm living in.
Yeah, your phone always works still because it's not. It's not a smartphone.
Really.
It does.
His phone is probably used for what it's meant to be, not this haphazard.
That reminds me of Spy Kids. Do you guys remember Spy Kids where the dude had a watch that didn't tell time?
This is an old reference.
Oh
yeah. He was like, it does everything, but it does not tell time. And he was like, what?
It does everything but not tell time.
Like today, I was reading actually watching on my phone, and I went to go call my dad, and the phone part of the phone didn't work. I couldn't call. I was like,
oh
yep,
my goodness.
I can't.
That's actually really funny.
Yeah.
Huh.
All right. So the rate on the docket. Okay. Apparently, it says under this, it's going to be a good one. Does Nintendo need to fix their marketing strategy, and have they fixed it already?
Oh,
because bring this up because I kind of spoiled it earlier. I just want to talk about how my friend said what's the reason to having a Wii U, because it's just a Wii with a tablet. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I already talked about it earlier. What do you think, Chris?
Oh man, I think they're taking it in the right direction. I know Nintendo early Wii U was criticized as one primary thing, lack of games, even though there were games that were good, but there weren't the big games, right? There weren't the huge ones that everyone knows. I've read, I don't know, I read this on Reddit, so take it with a grain of salt or whatnot. I don't know, certain things are like, in certain areas, the Wii U is currently outselling the Xbox One currently.
I actually heard about that too. I heard about that.
Yeah, which is interesting because when people were commenting and whatnot on the boards, they're talking about how when you buy Mario Kart 8, you get the free game, which how is it? You buy there's something special where you buy the console, and you get Mario Kart 8 and another game. For free. No, there you go. You buy the console and you get a Mario game free, right? Because all of the consoles now pretty much come with one of the games. And then you buy Mario Kart 8 and then you get another free game. So it's like, you buy the console and you have 3 games already, and they're all Mario games, so they're all going to be what you want. Which to me, that's Nintendo marketing going the right way. They're finally, they're figuring it out. Not that they're lost, but I think we're gonna see the Wii U do better shortly, but unfortunately, I don't know if it'll be able to dig itself out of the hole it's currently in.
I don't think it'll ever live up to be as good as the Wii. I hope so. Don't get me wrong, I really hope so, but it's.
The one thing is that if it has a lifespan of the previous console generation, which is like what 7, 8 years.
Yeah, and it's going to increase because every.
I mean, like we're just seeing the first stuff right now.
True. Yeah.
And what's sad is like a lot of the Wii U games, they look incredible. Like Mario Kart 8 looks amazing.
Oh, it's beautiful. That was one of the most impressive things about it.
But it's just like so many companies were like bashing on it. For like wasn't it EA for a while? I was like, oh, that console is subpar and all this nonsense.
They were the ones who were. They were like, oh yeah, we're not gonna put what game did they have that's using the Frostbite engine? But they're like, oh no, we're not gonna put that on the Wii U. The Wii U can't handle it. And then someone at EA said that, and then they were like, actually no, we like the Wii U.
And what's funny is it can, because like Sonic Boom is running on Unreal Engine 4.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Like
that's wild.
It can definitely handle all those things.
And also, I despise this is my own rant. I despise the graphics argument in the world. We're like going back to like the Bit Wars. We're going back to like, oh, what looks better? Because that must mean it's better.
Oh my god, I can't say that either.
Like,
I just like Nintendo stuff because it's clean. It's clean. I don't care about. I don't care too much about graphic fidelity, but if it's clean, if the textures look nice, if it's modeled properly, and if it's not broken. You know?
My best example is always Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess.
Mm.
That game is gorgeous, and it was on the Wii, and then it's not because the Wii graphically, and it was the best console like ever, evidently, and but it didn't have a really tough engine. But what made Legend of Zelda so great was the art direction.
Mm-hmm.
It was that what they had, they worked with, and they made beautiful.
Yeah.
And now instead, people just want not an easier route, but instead, if the art direction's there, it's gonna look good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at now. Oddly enough, on PC gaming, even there's the past couple years has been this huge thing for 2D platforming. There's like a lot of 2D games now, and it's and they're all beautiful and they're all very stylized. They're all really cool. I don't know. I think graphics are so petty. I think
Yeah.
that's just such an excuse to bash something. I don't
And
know.
also, whenever I play a Nintendo game, I don't want to like over exaggerate. It feels finished. You know what I mean? I never play a Nintendo game and go like, it needs a little. No, it feels completed.
They're clean. They're nice.
They don't need to be patched. They never like. I've only heard like of like 2 instances where a Nintendo game needed to be patched. I can't even remember the
I think
things.
Mario Kart Wii was one of them.
Mario Kart Wii, yeah, I think
What was-
one of the Legend of Zelda games.
Yeah, Skyward Sword. I know they did.
Mm-hmm.
Really? What had to be? Did
Why?
you guys
I don't know. They didn't take out
Yeah.
any, like the stuff they used for speedrunning, but like they patched something. I don't know what.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so like Nintendo games are like finished. Like, and also my friend today, he's like, there's no difference between the two. I was like, do you know what HD is? Do you know what a better processor is? He was like, what? I was like, oh my god, you're one of the problems.
You're the issue.
Oh my god, but I feel like Chris said, that Nintendo's moving in the right direction with the whole thing, and like just like Reggie coming down and like hanging out with everyone. You don't see Phil Spencer hanging out with people.
No
You know,
way.
He's just wearing a Token Indie shirt. Actually, though, Yoshida though he hangs out with people, but not like the common man though. You know, what I mean, he hangs out with like important people. But
Right. I don't
I
know.
don't know. It's pretty cool. I think they're moving right direction. I'm sorry, it's late.
I think they are.
It's
but
okay.
the
Just
only
keep
problem
rolling.
is, like, the only problem with Nintendo is they already kind of put themselves in the hole because they wanted, like, the old idea of the Wii U is they wanted to almost piggyback off the success of the Wii, and because it's not called like Wii 2 or something, people just think
Yeah.
it's like an add-on that costs
Definitely.
$300.
Mm.
I think that only changes with time. Once like Michael said, we're early on in the game. People don't realize too much what it is because one, there haven't been too many games or whatnot. I think in time that fact will be realized. But like you said, Miles, the early on game, that's what did him in. It's like the naming hurts so much.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. If you guys have noticed, after every like console generation, someone needs to be humbled. I said, oh god, I need some water or something. Someone needs to be humbled. So let's say Nintendo got humbled with the N64. Sony got humbled with the PS3. Microsoft got humbled with the Xbox One, and now Nintendo's getting humbled again with the Wii U. That's what happened. You know.
That's an interesting way to look at it. Also interesting to hear the N64 as humbled. Just looking back at that thing now, it's that thing is like.
Because as kids we thought it was awesome. It was awesome. Don't get me wrong, but like it had the fact that they didn't want to switch this to DVD or whatever. That's the problem.
Sony's in the gaming industry because of that.
No one wanted to work with them because they're like, your thing's like so small and expensive. Let's go work with this guy. He's cool.
Yeah.
Give him popcorn. You know.
No, definitely. Yeah, no, that's an interesting little pattern there.
Yeah, I wonder who's going to be next.
I think
probably. I think Sony's already there. They're like pushing PS4s, but now it's like, okay, where's my game? I beat Infamous in one sitting.
No more games. Powers. Let's talk about Powers.
Oh my god!
You know what? Infamous was a great game.
It was amazing. It was too short, unfortunately, and it's not that's the reason like me and you bought the system was for Infamous, and like we finished it in the sitting. Mm-hmm. So what happens then?
For someone like me, Infamous is not a reason to buy that. I don't know. I just need. I remember being all like, oh, screw the Xbox One, like PS4 all the way. Their smear.
I remember that.
their smear campaign worked like a freaking charm.
They just barely did anything.
They just bashed. That's all they had to do.
Yeah, no, they smeared them. They destroyed them, and now, like you said,
and now they're like, yeah, that Xbox. Oh wait, they fixed everything. Wait, what do we have?
No games.
Oh, we have an Infamous DLC coming out. Guys.
They have no. It's like the issue with the PS3. That's what it was bashed for. No games. And given it had games, but in comparison to the other consoles,
yeah, Xbox was killing it. Like 360, it's so many.
360 had literally everything.
And like
No,
I told you, that's for like multi-platform games actually ran better on 360 early on.
Yeah.
Like Bayonetta was crazy better on
It
360.
it also just had the better platform. In my opinion, it had the better platform for
like social features and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Social features were so much easier on the Xbox 360 than the PS4.
Mm.
I don't know if you guys noticed or
Yeah,
even
it
thought
was
of it.
it was so much better.
Yeah. One thing I do want to say, actually, it goes back to what Victor was saying about Nintendo being humbled. I th- I think I think recently we're seeing a lot of that with all of the companies, actually, because
Yeah.
I think it's been a long time since it has been a long time since they put out a console, and everything's so much different, and
Definitely.
they're trying to sell this all
Well,
their stuff, and they're having a lot of them are having issues with it because like the Wii U, like they didn't have a lot of big hitters that came out first, so now they're working on that. And the Xbox like very early on, it didn't have a very good like viewing because of Sony's smear campaign. Because Sony's smear campaign wasn't just effective, it was true. It was like they don't let you that here are all the things that Microsoft does not let you do. And now Sony is having issues because Sony's got
Yeah.
Jack.
I mean, to me, I noticed that as well. Like the next generation of consoles, seeing this was pretty interesting to me because I feel like the hype was interesting. I don't know. It's like I felt like the Xbox One and the PS4. I feel like they're both. It's just the Xbox 360 2 and the PS3 2. To me, I feel like it's not the next step in gaming. It's just they felt like they needed the next console.
I know what you mean.
It just got to the point where like it was too hard to make games for the old. Like think of Grand Theft Auto 5. There's so many things buggy with Grand Theft Auto 5 on the old consoles because they just can't run it. Like we make games we needed new systems because of the size of games. But like I was talking to Victor when we first saw it, this is the age of particle effects, and for a while until we get new engines, because like we're at a point in gaming that there's not much more you can do to it right now before we get like 440k is like a modern thing that everyone has and doesn't cost ridiculous amounts of money.
Yeah.
Like you can't do that much. So like
to me that's where I hate to go back to them, but they're doing things right. That's where Nintendo kind of takes a stride a little bit. Right? They make this gamepad for the Wii U, which mixes things up a little bit. Yeah. Right? It changes the game. And the Wii was a pretty big game changer.
I hated it at first. I love it now.
There's a little issue with that though, because Nintendo with their consoles have been going so hard on these gimmicks, they're behind in terms of technology. Yes, the Wii U is like I love the Wii U. It's incredible when you look at it and stuff, but it's not as powerful as like the Wii U is more powerful than the PS3 and Xbox 360, yes, but it's nowhere near. It's not nowhere near, but it's not as powerful as the current ones because.
But to me, I feel the step in innovation is better than the step in just higher performance.
But to a lot of people that they're trying to sell it to, they would rather see more performance on top of that because people think that you just went in with this like so this. That's kind of the issue the Wii gets because the Wii is pretty much a GameCube with motion controls.
Yeah, I mean it's
so like you kind of went too hard on the gimmick instead of like stepping up a bit.
Well, here's the thing. Don't label that a gimmick.
I'm just
it's not like stop saying gimmick.
People would say like early on, people did say that was a gimmick because people didn't see it as a necessity.
Especially when every other studio is like, we have motion controls too, and they're all bad.
Yeah, but you gotta but looking back,
props to Nintendo for having decent motion controls.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think
quality because they were dependent upon it. You know,
because they just did it right. I don't know, but with that, you are right, Miles. I mean, they're certainly behind in the performance thing. But I almost feel like that goes with their mentality as well. Not just more about games being fun, not so much. I don't know.
Here's the way I look at it. Remember how I gave you guys that list of things that video games can do?
Yeah.
Nintendo is adding to that list, while every other thing, like Xbox and PS3, they're just sticking with it. You know what I mean? Like that's why I like Nintendo, because Nintendo's adding to the list. They're adding new mediums.
Yeah.
I saw exercise on that. Who added that? Nintendo. You know,
I feel like Nintendo's doing as a big company what a lot of indie developers are doing, which is going into like different allowing for different venues, like
Mhm.
you're saying, Victor, like like different ways of telling a story or different ways of showing something.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. Some of their ideas are far fetched. Like, I'm so glad the heart sensor for the Wii never came out because I was like, what are you talking about? When they came out on E3
Oh
showing
yeah,
that
the little
thing.
finger.
No, I want to play that. I want to play that with Wii Fit. I love my Wii Fit trainer. She's awesome.
Oh my god, dude! I remember when the yeah, but then there is. I also there are certain gimmicks. I will give it that. I
Virtual
remember.
Boy. Virtual Boy.
I remember when. Oh my god! Oh my god! I remember when the Wii Fit came out. I don't know why I was excited. I don't know why I even wanted. Oh my
You buy
god!
that balance board and everything?
But dude, I bought it like the week it came out. Like I
Oh,
was
yeah.
all about it. So I was like, oh, balance board's gonna be so cool. I played it maybe. It wasn't a game. I just like fake used a fake hula hoop for an hour. It was
Mhm.
just so. I remember it was. But the wild thing, it was sold out.
Nintendo. This is Nintendo's effect on you.
Yeah, they. It was sold out in my town and the town next to me. I couldn't buy a Wii Fit in Jersey, in any southern Jersey area. I had to go to Boston. I visited my sister in school, and I went to a a GameStop there, and I was like, "Oh my god, they have like 2 left." I was like, "Oh, pick that up," and then it was terrible.
That's how I got my Xbox
Because it's a
360.
Wii Fit.
Yeah, because it was Wii Fit, so it does go to show it certainly had, they certainly tried playing on
Hey,
some
I lost
gimmicks.
15 pounds with Wii Fit trainer.
Oh my
No, I
god.
didn't. I just wish I did.
You ever log back on after you ever go back onto that thing now if you guys have it? The little whenever you log on, it tells you how long it's been since you've been back because you're supposed to be on like a workout plan. Now it's like, oh, haven't seen you in like 698 days.
You piece of shit.
It's like, oops.
The Wii Fit trainer.
I like to imagine
pissed.
that if I had a voice, it would be very passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. I haven't seen you in 693 days.
Yeah, right.
Huh.
It's been so long.
How
So
much
you
cake have
gained any
you
weight?
eaten in that time?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. Video games, huh?
Ah,
Yeah, them Wii Fits.
Have you guys remember the Wii Fit trainer song I just kept making you guys listen to for like a week?
No.
I'm not gonna lie, I never listened to it.
I know you didn't listen to it, you scumbag.
got it.
I started, I looked at it for a
Whoa,
bit.
it's
It's
so
so good.
Another
It's
one
so
was-
good.
Then again, the freaking joke's on us, just reflecting on the Wii Fit. The freaking Wii Fit trainers in Smash 4.
It's
Yeah.
funny because like once you can't, everyone's like, no, I don't want this, and now it's just like, just fits. It's like
Yeah,
people with
I
like
mean,
Rob
It's
and
one
stuff.
of those like it's not like it's in there, and it's not like it's taking the place of something else.
Yeah, it's just
You
an
know?
extra.
I
Just
think that's one of the things that like people get. People tend to accept things more when they start to realize that this isn't in place of something that's better. This is just there.
I mean, yeah,
It's
it's
there
what
for
it
you.
is. I
If
don't
you
know.
don't
That's what
play it,
that's,
that's fine, but
that's
it's
what
there
kind of
for
annoys
those.
me because everyone's like, oh, this character gets sent. It's a waste of a slot. It's like, what are you talking about? It's not a slot. That character was decided before the game came out.
Yeah.
They can have as many characters as they want, and they will have as many characters as they want.
Oh my god. Speaking of having as much as you want, this Ohio man can make as much potato salad as he wants.
Oh, good lord! This.
Oh my god. So, Michael, what happened? Because you put this on the
This is
docket.
the
Okay.
dumbest news we've heard yet.
No,
this
we gotta
is-
talk about it. It's pretty important.
All right. The what's writ? All right. For those of you who don't know, we have show notes. What's written on the show notes is that an Ohio man gets $3,700 from Kickstarter to make potato salad. All right. Hold on, guys. Before you interrupt, he just wanted $10. He's met every stretch goal. This was posted on here.
What
like,
were his stretch goals?
Alright,
We're gonna feed the
stre-
world
alright,
potato
The
salad?
stretch goals were at $35. He will make 4 times the amount of potato salad. At $75, he will have a pizza party. At one, I'm not making this up. At $100, he will try 2 different potato salad recipes. And then he added on more when people started to pay
Oh my god.
because he got at time of posting this onto here. By the way, there's more now. I'll get to that one later, but there's $250 stretch goal. Better mayonnaise from Natural Food Selection.
$200.
This is one of the dumber things ever.
Call a chef to get a better recipe.
No,
That one's awesome.
At $350, make way more potato salad and probably do a third recipe.
oh my god.
And then $1,000 stretch goal, do a live stream of the potato salad making. $1,200 is he'll pay someone to film a thank you video for all the backers, and $3,000 is he will rent out an entire party hall to make potato salad. Okay.
Wait,
Before you go on, this was let's see here. I posted this onto here. It was like a day into it or 2 days into it. A week ago actually, I think. Almost 7 days ago, exactly 7 days ago, and it was at $3,700. Right now, a week later, it's at $48,000.
Oh my god.
What?
$48,000.
What for potato salad?
He makes more money than a nice person in the international tournament.
Wait, did you say 48,000?
$48,626.
I thought you said like 4.8 thousand. Holy crap, that's ridiculous.
You said this was stupid. I think it's brilliant. Okay.
Dude, he's gonna make the best damn potato. Hey, it better be the best potato
What's gonna be sad
salad.
about this is he's not gonna come through.
Risks
He's
and
gonna make like
challenges.
one bowl of
Risks and
potato
challenges.
salad. Everyone's gonna be upset like, well, you didn't make the potato salad I paid for. That's what happens with
No.
Kickstarter.
No one's getting potato salad. No one is getting. I don't think you understand. No one is getting potato salad. He is making potato salad.
Just make it for himself.
But risks and challenges. It might not be that good. It is his first time making potato salad.
Might not be that good.
That's all that's listed in risks and challenges. But
Oh my god.
this is some brilliance right here. And
So Chris, why don't we have the band up here yet?
I was just gonna say, like the band is trying to. Oh my! I just can't even.
All right,
he's
let's do
gonna
this.
host a pizza party. I
Oh.
think we need to show up.
Who wants music when you can get all that?
The thing is,
There
what's sad
there are
about
20
this.
days left in this.
Oh my
Yo,
god,
10 days have passed. There are 20 days left.
that man's
Over
gonna
10
have
days, he's made almost
more potato
$50,000.
salad than he can eat.
that's
the
a
rest of
year's
his
worth,
life.
like a regular job pays you.
Yeah, 50 grand. That's about a year's money worth of a paycheck. Jeez.
The thing is, well, okay, so there's two things sad about this. One is because, like,
Only
a couple people, two important things.
Wow,
Because,
wow.
like, a couple people were like, this is funny, let's just support this guy. And then, like, they posted on Reddit or something, and it just blew up, and people were like, give me your money. And then the second thing is that now that this happened, a bunch more of this is going to pop up.
Yeah. Well, the worst
Although
thing
the
is that there are
eventually
people.
are just gonna be like, I'm not spending my money on someone who's just gonna do.
Yeah, they're like, first time it's funny, now it's just dumb.
Yeah.
Well, the saddest thing
That
is
won't
that there's
stop the people.
Yeah, is
Oh.
that there's actual people on Kickstarter trying to do things, and then evidently they'd rather give their money to him than to people that.
That actually, I can see what you mean. Like,
That's while yes, this is, I mean, absolutely hilarious. That's the sad part is that people would rather. I don't know, but maybe people treasure comedy more than
Maybe
actual.
people
comedy.
really like potato salad. Chris, you ever think of that?
yeah,
I mean, the minimum pledge is $1, and the thing is like a lot of stuff on Kickstarter. You're not guaranteed of like actual something happening. For $1, he's not saying you're gonna get the potato salad. You
He's
know that
saying
you're
that-
not gonna get the potato salad. The man's in Columbus, Ohio. Unless you live in Columbus, Ohio, and can show up to wherever he's making this potato salad.
Oh, we're taking a road trip.
Yeah, we're taking
No,
a
no, no.
Trip.
He's
No.
making a
We
thank
have
you
to
video.
back this and then take a road trip because
Yeah, he's
otherwise
making a
it's
thank
not
you
just-
video for people.
Yeah.
But that's the interesting thing about Kickstarter. People get upset, like, when Oculus came out, okay, and, like, the whole thing got backed so
sore
much. It was
topic.
ridiculous. And, like, when they got bought by Facebook, people were so pissed. It's like, I supported you. Why are you bought by Facebook?
I can't
Knox,
stand
like,
that.
Knox,
Oh my
like,
God.
backed off. It's like, okay, look. You supported the idea of the company getting off the ground. You do not own it. You don't own anything about them. The fact they got bought by Facebook is good. The product will be better.
They're not, Facebook people aren't stupid. They're not going to be done with it. They're going to, like, if anything, they have more money now to do whatever they want. You know what I mean? Like, it's people think, oh, they're going to ruin it now. Like, Facebook bought it. Why do you hate Facebook so much? What did they ever do to you?
I
Yeah?
mean, I guess I understand what
They
people
stole
are
all my
saying,
information
but
and sold it to the
Illuminati.
Yeah.
Down in your basement. Just hiding there.
Straight up Illuminati. I don't know. I guess I understand what people are getting at, sort of, but I'm with you guys. It's not. It's not the end of the world. If anything, it'll be better for it.
Mm-hmm. And like Miles says, you don't own the company anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
The point of Kickstarter is like
when you put money in there, you're not buying shares. You're just freely giving someone cash.
And like for half the stuff that goes through Kickstarter, these early access programs just releases half-assed because the person's like, "Oh, I'm done. I'm tired of working on this. Here you go."
Early access
is good as actually going to like come to something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I can't blame the guy because he throws up a Kickstarter. All he asked for was $10.
That is true. He didn't ask for this.
He didn't. He did not ask for this.
I never asked for this.
He never asked to become a cyborg.
Yes.
To become a cyborg bodyguard guy.
Yeah, Deus
actually
Ex,
do things
Adam
other than
Jensen.
security.
Michael, that was smooth.
Wait, I thought that was one of like the stretch goals for the potato salad Kickstarter to become a cyborg.
I never asked for it. That was Deus Ex. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure
what if that was
that.
What if a Kickstarter jumped that much? It was like, oh, make a bunch of potato salad. Like, I don't know, I'll say a thank you video. Donate $40,000. Turn myself into a cyborg.
Oh, screw it. I'll become a cyborg.
The thing is, like, that potato salad. Okay, I saw that. I heard the $250 goal is to get whole grain or whatever mayonnaise, and it's like that's not $250, friend.
Whole grain mayonnaise.
I don't remember what he said.
Better mayonnaise from natural food section.
There you go.
Alright, so speaking of Deus Ex, didn't he kind of ask for it being the head of security at like this big corporation?
Yes,
yeah.
he asked.
But he didn't ask to become the cyborg though. Like they're like, oh, you're in danger.
I mean, granted, he didn't ask for like to be sent on missions away from where he should be the security manager.
Yeah,
he's a security manager. He's not doing any security management. He's just getting around. His boss is like, "Hey, I want you to take a field trip," and he's like, "Okay," and he never shows up again because everyone dies. There's sex.
I never asked for this. What?
You asked for literally all of it. Oh my god! All right, so let's finish it up. So, Michael, what the heck, Skywind?
Skywind. Oh,
exciting.
Skywind. Okay, so have you guys ever played?
Yes.
Skyrim.
Yes.
Yes.
No. Yes. Correct answer. No. Yes. Wrong answer is no.
We went to that midnight release.
If you said no, then you're wrong. But okay. So Skyrim is the 5th game in the series. The 3rd game in the series is Morrowind. Skywind is the combination of the two. How is that possible? Well, glad you asked. Because
amazing.
Because they are there's this big effort. It's basically the biggest mod of this.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Where they take the entire world of Morrowind and rebuild it in the Skyrim engine. So like basic skills and stuff like that gonna be the same in Skyrim. However, like the world quests, I think that they're even gonna have like dialogue and stuff like that in the game as well. But like they're doing terrain, villages, fast travel, maps, everything. They're rebuilding the entire Morrowind game into the Skyrim engine, which is fantastic because Morrowind is an extremely dated game. It's very sad.
The character. Just the walking animation is hard to stomach. Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
Dude, the character models. Have you guys seen the Argonians and the Khajiit?
Yep.
Oh, those legs.
Terrible.
Oh.
Look, the no amount of slavery that the Argonians have suffered is even comparable to that player model.
Damn. Yeah. No, this thing's
And Morrowind was major in the game. Morrowind was the first really big Elder Scrolls game because the first two were older engine type stuff, but Morrowind was big, open world, huge quest, a lot of stuff happened. My goodness, I went and I read through the entire all of the story that actually happened. So much stuff happened.
Morrowind is seriously, and have you played it, Michael?
I have not. I've played it. I haven't played through it.
I got pretty far in it, dude. Morrowind is it's hands down. Well, okay, it's the better role playing experience.
Mm-hmm.
It's the better RPG. I mean, it's just so much more in depth. I mean, there's more. It's in depth, more in depth than every other way, and they're fixing what's the hardest thing about it modern day? Stomaching playing it. It's fun, but you gotta put on a pair of glasses to get.
I can't stand go back to that gen sometimes. Like I went back to play Fable, and I was like, oh,
the faces.
The original
I was
Fable
like,
is not
no. I was
pretty.
like, no, I don't care. I like Peter Molyneux, I love you, but no, Peter, there's nothing you could do.
I'm sorry, Peter. He's like, no, but I gave you a dog.
I'm like, oh, I can't stand it. I'll help you. I'll
and the
play.
joy of touch in a video game.
And then I'm gonna kill your dog.
But don't worry, he'll be back in DLC, although you'll ruin the choice.
That is the most infuriating thing that has ever
Oh my God,
happened.
Mouse! Spoilers. What was that, like 8 years old? Come on.
Okay,
Jeez,
no. That's
Okay,
limitations
8
for
years
Fable
old?
2
No,
is
no.
gone.
When you had a choice to bring your dog back,
Yeah, who's not gonna pick that? Are you cold hearted?
Yeah.
Like, you bring back the dog and possibly your sister.
Look,
you bring back
I was
the dog,
straight up
you
evil.
save a
I
million
just-
people, or you take $1 million.
Look, I'll be in Fable games. I'm evil to the point of like, it's just disturbing because I don't just choose the evil choices in quests. I'll go to even in Fable 1, I'll just go to like a village, like a small village. I'll choose one in every game, and I'll be like, this one has earned my ire, and I will show up, and I will show up, and I will
good
just
word
kill
choice.
everything, villagers,
Oh my
children
God.
can't die. Every town's guard that spawns, I will just sit up on a hill with a gun and shoot them all, and then I will run down into the village and pick off the rest of
Okay,
the
well,
swords.
Michael's
I am,
terrifying.
but I could not. I had to save my dog.
That's adorable. Yeah, no, but that's just the thing. The
There's
end
a
of the
big black
game,
Labrador with red eyes. How could I not?
the end of the game was choice, and then they completely took it away. That actually infuriated me. I was so pissed off when I saw. I was like, well, I would have taken the million then. You know, Ugh,
Yeah,
stuff like that's annoying.
yeah. I so
Yeah.
taking that money.
Speaking of taking $1 million, oh wait, I have nothing else to segue to. I'm sorry.
I'm a fan.
I guess
My inner morality.
I'm still laughing at that ire thing. Oh my God, that was great. That might. Alright, so apparently we got to decide the name of the podcast either between "Are you even ranked?" or like "Face my eye" or something. I don't know. Anyway, I guess it's time to end the podcast. We can plug our Twitters and the tweeters. We have an email. Rerollcast@gmail.com. So if you have any questions, comments, or like general criticisms on how bad we are, you can just send it.
Send it there. We'll eventually get to it.
You can't give them that. You can't give them that option, Victor. That mailbox will be full.
Oh God! We get like 10 listeners now. It's just full complaints. Oh my God! All right. You can follow me at killmoves_sojo.
Sojo.
Yeah, Miles. I don't know everyone. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to do this for me.
You can follow me at McDareth. I should probably go last the most to go. But you can follow me at McDareth on Twitter. You can watch the podcast live at Twitch TV/McDareth, which we will normally do Sundays at around 9 Eastern time.
We'll tweet it out when we do it though, because the
Yeah,
live
if
stream.
something happens, but
we're always gonna have the podcast up by Monday.
yeah, episodes should be up every Monday. And then you can now follow the podcast on Twitter. Sorry. You can follow the podcast on iTunes. We finally got on iTunes and also on Stitcher. So Stitcher for both Apple and Android products. If you're on Android, Stitcher. Don't really have any extra things for other Android things at the moment. I'm still on the lookout. But Stitcher and iTunes are the major ways you can follow the show right now.
I just Michael. Yeah.
You said iTunes, right? Sorry, I
Yeah,
wasn't.
Stitcher and
Yeah,
iTunes.
yeah.
Okay, just making sure. All right, cool. Yeah, iTunes.
What if I told you guys I almost fell off my skateboard again? But
I would say I'm not surprised, Victor.
yeah, I should stop getting on that thing. All right,
Michael, where can they find you?
yeah.
Oh, you can find me. I was gonna make a joke, but I decided not to. You can find me on Twitter at mutantname. You can find me on mutantname.tumblr.com. You can find me in many games, World of Warcraft. I'm on Steam. I'm on. I think I even have an Origin and an Elder Scrolls Online account. I have an Arc account, and I have Hold on, let me look at what other game libraries I have.
The Sony Network, Sony whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Sony Online Entertainment.
Yeah.
Their network. Let's see here. What other networks am I on? Every once in a while, I play World of Tanks. Sometimes I'm on StarCraft 2. Sometimes
Okay. You're a busy man, and they can follow you at Mutant Name.
I am Mutant Name. I am Mutant Name on everything.
You can follow.
Yeah, and Secret World.
Oh yeah.
Wait, did we talk? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we talked.
We actually didn't talk about Vindictus at all.
We'll get to it. We can't give him too much today. We gotta keep him coming. You can follow Chris at facebook.com/Hedera, and I guess it's time to end the podcast.
Devierts.
You could also just say hi to me on the podcast. Type in that little box on Twitch if you're following us.
Yeah. All right. I guess good night, guys. Goodbye, Judja.
Oh, I was gonna say that.
Darn it. You can still say it. You'll say it better than me. Go say it.
Bye, Jojo.